is going on, everybody? Hello, hello. It is so good to see you. Whoops, that's not what I meant to have on the background. I'm just trying to get the chat up as well. Amazing. Well, we are a little bit over an hour away from the Rebellion pre-sale, as you can see here. Now, I'd scheduled this out in the morning, and then, of course, the team had to come on and say that they were going to be running their own live stream. So we'll run this for a bit. What I might do, because I actually freed up the time, so I might just have their thing going on in the background, and I can still stream here if people want to hang out here and kind of do some commentary on where they're at. Or sorry, not where they're at, but what they're talking about. But at least for the next 30 minutes or so, we can all chat. We can all raise a glass to the end of the Chaos Legion era and the beginning of the Rebellion era. And I got to say, I am very excited to see what happens today. And just overall very excited for Rebellion. Now, I removed all temptation. As I've been saying for a while, I've removed all temptation. I sold all my vouchers yesterday, and I'm glad I did, because the prices came back down, so at least I got a little extra bang for my buck. And so, yeah, I will not be buying anything in today's. I mean, I guess I still have some vouchers, so we can go see what's there. But I will be living vicariously through everybody else, and I'm curious to see, because if the pre-sale sells out like that, I'll actually have zero regrets. If the pre-sale continues to go on, then I may choose to jump in, right? So we'll see how it plays out. But either way, I think today is going to be successful. I don't want to put a metric out there necessarily. I don't want to create unnecessary hype and FOMO, nor do I want to look at anything on the downside and say, oh, this is an absolute failure, right? We do have 30 days for this to sell out. So, or for this to sell, it doesn't even need to sell out, right? Like my goal is if they can get 250,000. I don't know what Matt's stated goal is, if he has a publicly stated goal, but a lot of people are very, very confident that this is going to sell out. And, I can see it. I just don't need that to happen in order for me to feel very confident about the game's future. But that's just kind of where my head is at on all of this. Let's see who is here in the house. We got Leandro. What's going on? Wish I was buying. Right. It's all good. All right. I came for support. BB Omega, I came for support before I jump on my stream after sound. You think it'll be a Discord only event? I doubt it, BB Omega. But thank you for being here, guys. If you want to go hang out with BB Omega, he'll be live on Twitch as well. Let's see. So Ghostly BG, good to see you here. Everybody's hyped. Ghostly, prepare your Twitch stream as well. I'm jumping on in about 15 minutes. Amazing. All right. So International Travel Channel. Bonjour. Guten. Is it Guten Abend? I think I'm remembering it right. What's up, Jason Jenkins? Good to see you here in the house. Glad to have you. Plato Zero. KQ Forever. What's up, Virus? Good to see you. Battle Beast as well. So who is going to be hitting the buy button as soon as we get started? That is my big question. Who's going to be hitting that buy button in 57 minutes, literally as soon as we go? BMA, exactly. That's exactly what I'm planning if there is just a Discord event, which seems to be. So I can pull up, let's see, I'll have to share a different thing here, but I can probably pull up the YouTube stream, and you know what? Let me go check that now. This will be worthwhile, because I think I'm just gonna stay on. Like, I want to chat about this anyway, and I guess I could hop in like their chat, but then I have to type stuff out, and that's not as fun. So let's see, Splinterlands. I'm trying to see if they have. All right, so Splinterlands official. Let's go to their channel. Oh, awesome. I typed in Splinterlands. So I guess it's working. All right, so they don't have anything scheduled yet on YouTube, so that could be a little dicey. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe something will pop up last minute. There's nothing scheduled. Either way, we can easily get the Discord audio coming through here. But I don't think it's going to be an audio only event, simply because let me read Matt's message here again. Wasn't there something like eye candy and potential stats or certain cards that we're going to tease? So I don't know how that. I guess you could just do that on Discord if you wanted to. Naked Make It, provide some eye candy, and also Call Me Tim, who is leading the project, including all the card stats. I'm glad Call Me Tim is going to be on here. It's funny because, and I don't know if Tails from the Cryptmancer's on here, but, Tails has been particularly critical about land and wondering how Rebellion could be going and all this. And I was like, I forgot whose live stream I was on recently where he was talking with someone. It might have been Steve. It might have been you, Steve and Baby Omega. But I like in the chat, I was trying to tell him like there's more than just Far Patrot, right? And I don't think Call Me Tim has ever been on any of the things, but internally, I see his name referenced a lot. He's been working on Rebellion, so I'm glad to see that there's another name there that will be making a bit of a public appearance, so people can know who's behind all the cool stuff that's coming with the Rebellion. All right, why is the there we go. Okay, I just want the countdown to keep going in the background. Okay, so Wibble Wee, what's going on? RK3, thank you so much for the like. KHL13, what's going on? I haven't seen you around in game in a while, KHL13. But you know what? I haven't been playing as much. Maybe that's why. Dragon's in the house. Let's see. Alex Bernard says it won't sell out. I agree with you. Mystic Force, hello everyone. Well, so Alex Bernard, I mean, I don't think it's going to sell out today. I think there is like a month is a very long time. And when you consider how bullish people are about Bitcoin crypto right now, this will go until mid-November. And if by any chance there is any more bullish news about Bitcoin or something with the ETF, I mean, we just had some interesting news come, was it last week? When the SEC decided that they were not going to appeal the court's decision, which means, I mean, the Grayscale, GBTC, that thing is primed to become an ETF at some point very soon. So if there is more bullish action, Bitcoin makes a 5-10% gain, you might get some people who take their profits into Splinterlands, into Rebellion Pact specifically. So again, a month is a long time, but I don't think it's going to sell out today. I mean, I'm saying that now, and I've been saying it. I haven't seen the data. I haven't seen the DEC or the credits in the system. Actually, I haven't even looked today. That video I put out was yesterday, so we can go take a quick look. Mystic Force, what's going on? Kolsker, hello. Plato Zero says, who has a top 6 pool going? Anyone know? I've heard of a couple of different pools. I know Hawks is doing one. And I guess I don't know the names of anybody else. Or YGG, I think, is doing one. But yeah, take my 680,000 DEC. Oh, wait, no, 68,000. I wonder. Yeah, okay, YGG has one, says Virus. Red Ted says, yo, yo, yo. Battle Beast is buying 550 with the bonus. Let's go. And the only way it'll sell out is if people are looking forward at the warming crypto market. Oh, okay. I want to jump in with PayPal. So let's actually do this, because now that we're less than an hour away, the one thing that I do want to check are the credits rich list. And we can go to the DEC rich list as well, but let's check credits first, because over the last 24 hours, some people may have come in. So let's see, top 200, if we go all the way to the bottom, top 200, we got 2.2 billion credits. But you can see here that 2 billion of that is still Steam Monsters and SL Market, and SL Wax. So yeah, again, I'm not seeing it on the credit side, guys. Unless somebody's gonna like load up 30 minutes beforehand. But even if you just take out these top few, right? There's what, 200 million credits worth, and that's the same as DEC. So that combined with like the 1.2 billion DEC that we saw, right? 1.4 billion total. That's not enough to get all of the packs. I think the biggest red herring, actually, I mean, aside from this, is voucher prices. If we were really going to sell out all 500,000 right away, that's 2.5 million vouchers. The last I heard, and this is not, completely verified from a data perspective, but there's about 12 million vouchers out there in the ecosystem. So I think the voucher price would have moved significantly more if that had been the case. Granted, I'm sure many of the whales who've just been collecting vouchers also just have them. So it's not necessarily, something new that they got to do. All right, let's go back to DEC. Oh, whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Rich list. All right, so DEC. So we were at all right, still at 4.6 billion. Yeah, I'm just not saying, oh, holy moly, look at that. Look at what's on Hive right now. Hive has been cleaned out. So remember, it was 1.1 billion. Now we're under 900 million. So over 200 million DEC has been taken off of Hive Engine. That is phenomenal. And actually, what I want to check, because I will jump back into chat in a second, but the DEC pools are probably getting cleaned out. So you got total liquidity here. Oh my gosh, the swap.hive and DEC pool got cleaned out. These things were both at around 700K. So a good amount was taken out of swap.hive DEC. Okay, so this is what makes things exciting, right? Because look at how low the liquidity is now, relatively, on these pools here. The team needs, and like I cannot emphasize this enough because they've dropped the ball so many times. They need to stick the landing. On getting land out in November, as Matt has said. If this gets delayed, December, January, oh my God, it's like it's a layup. It's literally a layup right here. You can clean out so much, get the flywheel started, get people very excited about the game because of the lack of liquidity here. But if you cannot deliver another DEC demand event, that's going to be crucial. I'll say this: there's so much hype about Rebellion right now, but like, why am I not buying? Why is Darkest Night not buying? Why is Keys not buying? Right? If you guys watched Keys' stream last night, it's because land isn't delivered. I want to see deliveries first, right? And I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people out there. So this is the moment. This is another moment of truth, I would say. An opportunity that they had in August, right? Following the July pump in SPS, they had that opportunity in August. We were just waiting for them to announce land because SPS had jumped up 40% from 1.5 cents to 2.5 cents. We finally saw that utility kicking in. We knew that, that the DEC burn event had burned like 500 million DEC. Here's another opportunity. The EC is close to peg. Everybody's super hyped and excited. No matter what happens today, whether we sell 100,000 packs or we sell out, the tone over the next couple of weeks, really what we're going to need to hear is a solid release date for land that is within the month of November. If we do not get that, these are not my words, but if we do not get that, meaning that we don't get land by the end of the year, Matt said that would be a failure, and I couldn't agree more. If they cannot capitalize on this, they're going to limp into the new year. All right. KQ Forever says, only way it'll sell with people looking. Okay, whoops, I read that already. I'm getting 600 bonus packs. Oh, you're getting 600 bonus packs included. All right, go see BG. I am K-Hell. What's going on? I think I do want to buy 10 packs. I think I have enough. Hold on. Let's see. I have 24,000 DEC. Oh, whoa. That's more than I expected on Hive Engine. All right. Well, I guess I could buy 20 packs. No, we're just going to... I really want to be disciplined and watch from the sidelines. But actually, hold on. If I were to buy 10 packs, what's the bonus on that? 5% bonus doesn't mean anything. So I would have to get 20 packs. Okay. Yeah. All right. Never mind. Because I was going to jump in with somebody who's ordering 500 packs. I'll just be like, hey, can I send you whatever? And then you give me the 10%. It would really just be one bonus pack. Metaphorico, what's going on? Hello. All right, don't buy it. Next month, we'll be on Hive Engine for 75% of the price. Jason, again, I understand a lot of the bearishness, and trust me, I tend to lead that a lot. But I don't know. I don't know about 75%. I don't even know about 50%. I do think a lot of people will hold on to it. I don't know if people are going to go as crazy for Chaos Legion, or as crazy for Rebellion as they did with Chaos Legion. So, we'll see. Teasing 100 packs. My finger's already on the buy channel. Let's go. Another hour. Yeah, it's the countdown, Icy Flow. I don't think many people will be selling on Hive Engine. Jason Jenkins, far more ideal to drop the airdrop chasing. All right, hold up. Let me see here. Where are we at? Okay, perfect. Now I got the comments back. All right, so on the buy button, they are doing it on Discord anyway, always. That's true. So Rockaholic, I will wait with the purchase. I've invested capital into the game over the past few months, and it's been dwindling. Now SL has to deliver. Yes, indeed. That Mantroth, though, you have to buy 100 total, or once to get Mantroth. No, it's 100 total. So if you buy 100 total, I mean, even if you buy like 10 today and 10 another day, if it's 100 throughout the entire pre-sale, you will get that guaranteed 1 BCX. Yvonne says, I'm going to watch it and play chicken a little with the market, ready for at least 1K. It was us last Monday. Yeah, there you go. Okay. My conversation with Tails. Wait, so you're going to watch and play at least a little chicken with the market. Interesting. So you're ready to buy 1,000 packs, but you're willing to get front run if people go crazy. All right, so I might get some from flipping. I'm gambling. I'm in a gambling mood. Gold for a legendary may be good. You know what, Mystic Force? I will say this. I was very, very close to doing the same thing that you're planning on doing. I was trying to, figure out like, okay, if I were to buy a bunch of packs, if I could, essentially trigger some of the bonuses, right? And if you go back here, this is the real question for all the flippers out there, because I don't care necessarily as much about the future airdrops, but I do want the promo cards. So I was like, oh, if I buy like, I don't know, 500 packs or something like that, I would be able to get the packs for $3.59, for example. Would I be able to then offload them on the secondary market? The problem is I'm competing against a bunch of other people and a bunch of other people who might have gotten it for $3.45. So when they sell, they're willing to take a little bit more of a loss, or they can undercut me. And so I was talking to Darkest Night about this the other day, and he's just like, "What are you doing, man?" He's like, "Just take your earnings from the DEC trade you made, take your earnings from the voucher trade you made, and then just go buy the cards off the market." And I was like, "You know what? Fine, you're right. You've convinced me. I don't want to play in a game just as a race to the bottom. That's just a lot of added stress." So good luck, everyone. Packs will be gone in a couple of hours. Oh, Gathering the Magic, dude! Gathering the Magic is always a little too hyped, in my opinion. Gather the Magic, you've been hyped about land for about I don't even know how long at this point, but I hope you're able to get excited about that soon. We'll see. You sound very Gank-like today. And does anybody know, did Gank make a prediction? I don't remember him making a prediction on last night's stream. I'm on the fence. There may be a push at the end of it, but I think people have no more, as you say, dry powder. Stock Jockey says, I nominate BB Omega for Speaker of the House. All right, well, there you go, BB Omega. You have one nomination. It won't sell out today unless a boatload of DEC comes out of somewhere unexpected. Well, you know what? I have been tracking this. Granted, there's a lot on the Terrablock bridges as well. There was a time period where you could not get any more through the Monster Market bridge. Now you can, but it's not much, right? I mean, somebody at this point in time could bring in 7.4 million DEC roughly, but then this bridge is going to get clogged up. Actually, sorry, let me refresh it. Yep, no, 7.4 million. Okay. So we're almost there. All right. So Nigel says, after time, have you reviewed Steve and BB's conversation with Matt? Lots of great info. Just want to get your thoughts on the topics. If you are, I absolutely watched it. That was a great stream. I mean, we really got to see a lot of like the long-term vision from Matt. Do you want me to do like a 5 biggest takeaways from that conversation with Matt? I'll say this. it was very nice for Matt to not have to deal with like the questions of like when this, when that, and really talk a lot about the future of the game. Um, nothing against Matt or anything that he's trying to build right now. So much of that stuff just seems very, very far away and very contingent on how well the next couple of months go. Right? Rebellion, land, fundraising, soul keep. All of these things are going to require, or all these things will be required before I think not even us, but like Matt can really start focusing in on this. Obviously, he has a long-term vision for what he wants land to be. But again, not trying to throw shade. It's just look at how long land has taken, and all the stuff he's talking about is incredibly complicated. So I cannot imagine that it's just like once land 1.5 is out, 1.6 is right around the corner, 1.7 is right around the corner. I like the approach that they're going to have. That it's not going to be like, hey, we get 1.5 and then we have to wait until 2.0. I'm glad that he's doing it. It's just I don't see, like, with how complicated a lot of the stuff is, even for 1.6, right? You have the titles, prefix titles. We haven't talked about that, but that's going to be something that's not just a part of land, but will also be carrying into the bonuses for the game. So that's actually complicated. It's going to be touching the code of both land as well as the card game, the battle auto battler. You have the automated market maker. I don't know how easy it is to build something like that, but clearly it wasn't easy enough for them to include it in the first build in 1.5. So that's going to have to take some time. And again, maybe Farbertrad is, Farbertrad is a beast. So maybe he's able to knock all this stuff out very quickly. It's the small things now, especially that we have the Mav server available to us. It's just all the small little QA things of like, oh, that's a small bug, right? Like, or when I hit the back button here, it shouldn't go all the way to the beginning, or it shouldn't log me out, or it should save XYZ. It's those little things that are taking a long time. So it's not that the team can't do it very quickly. It's just the fact that, like, even when they code it, if they're going to put it publicly for us on the test server, well, then we still need people to go in and actually test that stuff out. So I get excited about the long-term vision for Matt in the sense of, like, I'm glad he has the vision for it and where he's trying to go. But in terms of like getting me excited right now, today, nah, it's just like, oh, that's cool. Like, that's cool. That's the way I think about, like, oh yeah, VR is cool. Like I'm excited about like all the cool games and experiences that are going to come to VR in the next 5-10 years. I don't want to downplay it, but at the same time, I'm not like making any decisions today based on what he says. Kale says, I'm using credits to buy 550 packs using my alt account to get 5% affiliate. Very smart. Well done. Mondroid might be hidden where the sun doesn't shine. What are we talking about? Oh, DEC. Again, I mean, you know what? Sorry. Now that you've piqued my curiosity. Let's go back to the rich list and see the status of these bridges. They were all in like the 220 million. Yeah. So look, hey, people are bringing DEC in off of the other chains. So there's been at least 30 million, almost 30 million DEC brought in from Ethereum. There's been over 30 million brought in from Binance Smart Chain as well. These were both at 220 million the other day. So that's good. I really don't see a need for DEC to be on any of these other chains at this point. You've bridged out SPS. The risk factor for DEC being an infinitely inflationary token, to me, that is a humongous risk. It should just be SPS. Okay. Let's jump back in. DEC at 0.00098. That's not what Splinter Cards is showing. I'm assuming that's only on Hive, which is not a bad thing. No, it's not even on Hive. Maybe we just wicked up there. I sold the rest of my vouchers yesterday. Nice. Actually, you know what? I sold most of my vouchers, but then I forgot that I had a bunch more on the SPS chain. So let's see. If I actually wanted to buy packs today, how many vouchers would it require? How many vouchers is 20,000, or it's 20 packs? Oh, it's 100 vouchers, right? Oh, I got 300 sitting there. let's go back to the shop page. Just have that on. November of 2026. I think this is in reference to land. Oh, I'm behind on chat. Sorry, guys. All right, so Mondroid, the DEC crunch is real. Things are about to get really interesting. DEC crunch for the win. Credits are risky because if it sells out, you're stuck with credits. That is very true. You were all rebelling. That's why you were not buying. Indeed. Oh, man. All right, so for all the people who are actually interested in been asking me to do music for Rebellion, I did something with the team already. But I was messing around with something earlier today, and I came up with this really fun hook. So I think even if the team doesn't commission it, similar to what I did with Chaos is here, where I'm going to put together a Rebellion song, and my goal is to get that out by the time Rebellion is here on December 5th. So hold me to it, because I was having a ton of fun this morning writing lyrics out to it, and I think it could be really. I think again, just from a music perspective, it's a lot of fun for me to write it, and I think it could be a really fun song. But obviously, it'll be tied into the Praetoria verse that we're all a part of. Keys is not buying because he's boycotting Weirdbeard firing, because he's supporting Keys boycott, and you support Darkest Knight's tinfoil hat off. Well, no, I mean, look, Darkest Knight's gonna do his own thing. I'm still willing to buy packs, but I'm just gonna wait and see. Oh my goodness, Jackie, you are so kind. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you very much for the well wishes. Yes, it was my birthday. Yeah, go Rebellion, quick hit and run. Well, I appreciate you so much, Jackie. Thank you so much. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I guess I should go and buy some Rebellion packs. I'll buy some Rebellion packs for you. How about that? Since that's what you wanted me to do with it. She had DM'd me before and told me that she wanted me to get some Rebellion packs. So maybe that's what we'll end up doing. All right. They lowered the bonus for referrals to 2.5% because of the split with the DAO. Oh, that makes sense. It was said in the release notes. Interesting. Okay. I think I overlooked that. It's fine. Wait, I want to go check those release notes. How soon can we stake on the battle wagons? I don't think that's going to be until after Rebellion is actually released. So sometime in December. I may buy 1/10 of what I did in CL. Crypto Reaper, how many is that though? No, I am not running a group buy. I was going to jump into someone else's group buy. I mean, not even someone else's. I was just gonna be like, hey, anybody who's buying 500 or more, I'll send you some DEC and vouchers right now, and I'll just try to jump in on your bonus a little bit. I wonder how many people are buying on multiple accounts instead of one to try to get multiple titles. I saw that conversation happening. I don't know, Virus. It's a good question. Very good question. All right, let me see if I can catch up with the rest of the chat, and then I know the thing is going to be starting soon, right? Do they have a live stream set? They still don't. Okay, hold up. I want to see if I can get my volume changed. Yes. Sound adjusted here. And then... oh man, I'm gonna have to share my entire screen with you guys. So let's go over to the Town Hall channel. Oh, well, this is funny. I still have access to the behind the scenes stuff on their voice chat because they had me on the Town Hall once. So I can see who's in they have a room called mic check. I can see everybody's there getting ready. That's fun. I thought that they would have a YouTube thing going. All right, we're gonna wait and see because I would much prefer to just hop into YouTube. Oh, here you go. Rebellion launch party. Boom. All right. So if you guys want to stay and hang out with me, that'd be awesome, but no pressure. They're going to have their own thing, and that is set to start in just a couple of minutes here. So let me go ahead and I'm going to swap out what I'm sharing. Stop this screen and then present that window. Oh, whoops. Hold up. Let me redo that just to make sure that the audio is going to come through. So present share screen. Yes, share tab audio. And then there we go. So when it goes live, we should be able to hear it, and hopefully there shouldn't be anything cutting out with that. All right, so Brandon says, why prove me to buy one pack more later if pre-sale isn't sold out? All right, fair enough. I mean, really, Brandon, one pack? You don't even want to go 10 just to get that guaranteed? I get it, though. Oh gosh. Tell Butt Monkey to let you get 9 more. If I'm remembering the username right. Let's go, Brandon. Hello, Powis. What's up? Do we have to wait until the end of the pre-sale to see how many promos we got and use vouchers to bump the gold foil chance? Yeah, I think that's all going to be much later. What's the packs per BCX for? What's the packs per BCX for? Oh, Grimbardian Smith. G Smith. Oh, actually, he's already got a nickname, G Smith. It's 10 packs per BCX. Other stream met starting soon. Jackie, once again, thank you so much. You are amazing and appreciate your support.
9 minutes away from the Rebellion pre-sale.
Can you guys hear the audio?
Thanks for joining us, everybody here.
You can. I'll just mute my mic.
Celebrate the pre-sale and talk about the upcoming set, the new mechanics, whatever stuff people want to hear about. We have the illustrious Nate on the call to hopefully give us some eye candy and some goodies there. And then we have Call Me Tim, who is really the architect here behind this whole set, from kind of every aspect, from managing the development, working with creative, the card stat design, coming up with the new mechanics and how they work and the new abilities and everything. So this should be a good opportunity to hear it, straight from the source. I am no longer the direct source of all these things anymore. We have a team that is, in my opinion, doing a better job than I ever did in the past at delivering cool stuff. So you'll get to hear from them here. Call Me Tim. I think you click speak on stage on Discord to come on as a speaker there. It's like should be at the bottom of the main stage area. So we're going to kind of give everybody a few minutes here to shuffle in to the audience before we kind of get into the real meat and potatoes of this. So I'm going to ramble on a little bit for a couple minutes to buy some time. But, obviously the Rebellion pre-sale is what's going live today in about 27 minutes. So that means you'll be able to purchase packs. You'll be able to transfer them. You'll be able to sell them. But you won't be able to open them or start using the new cards or any of the new mechanics until the general sale and the Rebellion release, which is scheduled for December 5th. So we have about a month and a half before you'll actually be able to put these guys to use. The benefit, however, of buying during the pre-sale versus waiting for the set to be released is that there's multiple benefits. First and foremost, there are not one but 2 promo cards that are going to be available for purchasers during the pre-sale stage. There's the legendary Mantaroth and a rare Grimbardian Smith card. You can see the stats of those in the shop on the Splinterlands website right now. So the legendary will kind of work similar to the legendary promo airdrop cards from previous pre-sales, like Dr. Blight. But we also added the rare Grimbardian Smith that's like much more easy for players to get. So you just have to buy 10 packs during the pre-sale. For every 10 packs, you will be guaranteed one Grimbardian Smith card. So a lot more players can participate and get some extra benefits by participating in the pre-sale. Not just the whales, but there's more. There's going to be a leaderboard so you can kind of compete with each other to see who purchases the most packs during the pre-sale period. The top 6 people that place on the leaderboard are going to help design one of the legendary summoner cards for the set. That's been, the legendary summoners since beta have kind of been the main draw of most of our sets, from Prince Renin to Jodin and Llama to Astral Entity and the ones in Chaos Legion. And I think it's hard to say for sure, but I feel like the legendary summoner cards in this set, which has new mechanics and things specifically focused on summoners, might even go above and beyond the excitement of things like Jodin and Llama and Biz Kitty here. Hopefully the balance will be a little better than those cards. But the general new things that they bring that you can only get from those legendary summoners should hopefully elevate them, and just the whole set in general. I think opening a pack and getting one of those guys is going to be a really big deal. And the top 6 people or accounts who purchase during the presale are going to get to design those characters. So that could be your design, obviously working with Nate and our design team in tandem. But that could be kind of your character on that card, the biggest card of this set. And then in addition to that, we didn't want it to just be the top 6 people, which is out of reach to most people, including myself, probably. So we also have exclusive titles. So the top 30 people that place in the presale leaderboard are going to get the Dawnbringer title, which I actually said on the I forget what the show is called. There was a show that I did on Monday night with Bebe Omega and Steve R82, and I said I was planning to buy 2,000 packs, which is, I got my DEC ready to go to buy the 2,000 packs, but I kind of forgot about the titles thing a little bit. So now I'm like, well, let me see what it takes to get into the top 30, because I do kind of want that Dawnbringer legendary title to go with one of my land plots there. Although I still think I'm keeping the Burninator title in game. I don't think you can beat that one. But ranks 31 to 100 on the leaderboard will get the Defiant title, and ranks 101 to 250 on the leaderboard are going to get the Rebel title. So, I think there'll be pretty good opportunity for a lot of players to get into at least the top 250 on the leaderboard, pick up one of those titles. Titles have been, pretty valuable. They're relatively rare in the game. They're very useful on land. So I think that's a pretty big bonus for buying during the presale. Obviously, we have 4 really cool new abilities, but the super exciting thing for the set is the Summoner Tactics, which I know we've talked about a lot. But like I said, I'm buying some time to get some more people, everyone have a chance to get in the stream before I turn it over to the real crew here, Nate and Call Me Tim, to talk a little bit more about it. But the Summoner Tactics, as I've mentioned a bunch of times, in my opinion, is really just taking the game to where it needs to be as far as engagement, player agency, and gameplay. We've already been planning to do that for a long time with items and spells for land, but we were able to get it in earlier through this in a small way. Obviously, items and spells are going to add to this a lot, but in a small way, players are going to be able to start testing out this new mechanic using the new Rebellion summoners. So having play tested a bit myself on our QA environments, it adds so much more fun and interesting mechanics to the gameplay. I'm really super excited about it, and I hope that it also gets players even more excited than you already are for land. And kind of the real ultimate value behind land is these new type of cards in the game. So I'll stop rambling for now. We're almost 10 minutes into the stream. You want Call Me Tim, do you want to jump on first and talk about the card design a little bit?
Yep, sure. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, cool. You said a lot already, right? So we can talk about the new abilities, which I think the new abilities are going to be really interesting. We've already talked about multi-element summoning, which is going to be really interesting. We talked about that a little bit more, and tactics. All those mechanics, I think, are going to take this set to kind of new level of interactivity, level of agency for players. So I'm really hoping that it really makes the game even more engaging, and rewards clever play in figuring out how to leverage these abilities to the fullest extent. But also, we're just looking at just kind of the set overall and balancing and trying to set ourselves up for not just this set, but kind of sets to follow. So you'll see some more subtle pushes that will kind of telegraph, I think, where we're going to be going with the sets, not just in Rebellion, but in the future going forward. Mostly around balancing, but also really focusing on trying to give each element its own identity and things that it's particularly good at, and especially being able to marry the things that one element's good with another element that's good at something else. Again, I think it will bring some new tactics and more player agency to the game.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to talk a little bit about the process you went through to do all this? Because I feel like it was a lot more involved than the process I had gone through in the past, and hopefully that will eventually show through, when the set's released.
Yeah, I think it was really more building on what you had already done before, but trying to double down in some areas with having the extra kind of capacity and time to be able to do so. So, I mean, it's a very statistic kind of driven approach for a lot of the balancing. It's looking at which abilities are available, at which levels, at which leagues, how prominently they're available, kind of stat distributions, and just kind of making sure that where there are holes, they're intended to be holes, where there are gaps, they're intended to be gaps, because those holes and gaps lead for, again, more interesting decisions and tactics. So, process is just a very iterative, refining process. It's looking at a lot of the data of what we have already, thinking about where we want to go with mechanics and statistics, and then figuring out how to kind of incrementally get there, because modern obviously can't dramatically change because Chaos Legion is a very big part of modern. So figuring out how to blend kind of, again, where we're going with what Chaos Legion already has, and to make it feel not disjoint, but also, again, allows us to kind of set the stage for the future. And I think it'll be a very interesting meta environment after Rebellion releases.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, and I mean, I think a lot of the player base knows, but for those of you who don't, a reminder: like in the past, a lot of the sets, the card stats, I mean, it was a pretty rushed process. I feel like we've been always behind for the 8 ball for a long time, and I did most of the stats for the cards. I really focused mostly on max level, just because I didn't have the time or resources to do much else, and that's where I myself played in the game. And I didn't do this type of statistical approach, of all the abilities at all the different levels or leagues that we're doing now. So it's really exciting to me to see how much better. And I feel like those sets still came out pretty darn well, one way or another. But I'm excited to see how we can take that to even the next level, and maybe we'll look back and be like, wow, in comparison, the previous sets kind of sucked from a balance perspective, and from like cool, stats on the cards at all levels that really work out compared to Rebellion, and also, like Call Me Tim was saying, we're also looking forward. So it's not just like, crap, we need to get 100 new card stats out in the next month, and that's that. We've been really thinking ahead with the creative team. Also, the creative team's always thinking, way ahead. Sometimes too much ahead, perhaps. But what do we want to do in future sets?
Too much.
No, never, Nate. I'm just joking.
This makes me excited for a lot of the Rebellion reward cards.
Like we're, I don't even know. Maybe you have ideas of what even the future sets after Rebellion might be called, but I don't know. But we've been planning ahead, and when I say we, I don't mean me. I mean Nate and Call Me Tim and the other team members. Of like, okay, well, we might want to have these cool new things in future sets, and at some point Chaos Legion is also going to be out of modern, it's going to be replaced, and we want Rebellion to like seamlessly fit into what we want to do in the future. And that's just like, I have never been in a position really with Splinterlands to plan that much, and not rush things out until now. So I'm extra excited to see how that ends up shaking out. With that in mind, did you have something? If you guys want to jump in with something, just jump in and cut me off, because I'll keep rambling otherwise. But I was going to turn it over to the illustrious Nate to see if he had anything he wants to share. Whatever you want to do, Nate.
Let's go,
Dazzle
Nate.
us.
Eye candy, please.
Oh, whatever I want to do.
Whatever you want to do.
No, I would say that, for all the reasons already explained, Rebellion's going to be absolutely incredible. Just the as people did a cutbacks, or due to bear market, or due to people not wanting to see certain features or specific updates as quickly or sooner as people would like. I think that sometimes people get the wrong idea that that somehow the train has stopped, or that we've gone backwards, or
did that cut out for anybody else?
not at all.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I can attest to the fact that
That was weird. Sorry
Bob
about
and
that.
Biz have been
If it was my fault, I didn't
working hard to make sure that all the balancing and all the considerations and all the analytical stuff that needs to make this this set really just engage is all that work is happening. It's been happening. Same thing with art direction and frames and all that. Those of you with us a year ago with Splinterfest knew, like what Matt pointed out, we've been working towards this for a while now. At no point did the train stop. I realize that, sometimes people don't see what's happening behind the scenes, and so they make certain assumptions about, well, nothing's happening. It's like that meme where you got the stick and the guy's like poking it, like, do something. It's like, well, first of all, it seems like we've been doing quite a bit. Like we constantly do updates, like every week, every couple weeks, and there's been huge advances made in our ecosystem. Some of them are DeFi related. And now that we're finally getting around to okay, we built this infrastructure, this foundation of strong Web3 DeFi tokenomics. Now let's start looking at the gameplay. And I think that we probably caught people by surprise. We're probably like, yeah, with Rebellion, we're adding new game accounts. They're like, what? That might have came out of left field. And I think that's only served to create more positive sentiment. So no, when I look at the test server and I see everything Bob and Biz have been working on, and same thing with Melon Man, with Ulid and all the devs involved. Antioch has been working on the pre-sale page, and Cryptomancer is starting hard work with the conflict stuff. I mean, the team is really not just getting the job done, but passionately so. Like, I think even on a meeting earlier today, we were talking about, well, when can we expect conflicts? And we're like, well, as soon as possible. And it's like, it's not like we're trying to drag our feet. We're like, Matt made a point earlier in an internal team meeting earlier. It's like, look, chances are you guys are going to go fast because you want to play this too. And that's true. It is so true. Like, most of the team members are players, and we work passionate and hard and try to get the stuff done as beautifully and as fast as we can, because we, honest to God, are creating a game that we want to play ourselves. And sometimes I think that gets lost, perhaps by the players or otherwise. We are players too. So with that in mind, I'll share a little bit. I'm trying to find something cool. Well, I just finished talking about conflicts. We could talk about that, because I think that's directly related to perhaps the pre-sale, as we're like 13 minutes away from the timer hitting 0. I want to point out the fact that a big benefit to the pre-sale, huge benefit, is grabbing up the promo cards, sure, and the leaderboard prizes and all that stuff. But a really big benefit in my mind is also, just like a couple days ago, I was trying to get my Dark Energy Crystals and my vouchers in the game. And I was doing that with my family. And we were like trying to prepare in advance, 2 days in advance, to make sure everything's in line, so that when the pre-sale goes live, we can push the buy button. Same thing for the general sale, because when the general sale happens, are you going to have all the cards ready? What if we are able to pull off conflicts launch right when the general sale starts? No promises there, but if we can do it, we're going to do it. And so will you have the cards ready to put in your battle wagons and go to war with the Heroes of the Rebellion? Are you going to be able to take advantage of getting that progress bar moving? And so Tyler, who is I think HTT on Discord, has been working hard on trying to get the designs for that out. You saw some of that on the announcement post, but I could share a little bit more refinement. I think this is a refined version of some of the UI for that. And, you know, for those of you who look at that and look at the original announcement post, you might have noticed maybe there's some tinkering here and there. Might look slightly different. What we haven't shared yet is the, I guess, once the pre-sale's over and the general sale is starting, how do I claim my promo cards? Like, what do I do? And Tyler's been making sure that there's something to kind of like easily identify on that page. Hey, look, up here at the top, pre-sale promo cards, there's a leaderboard so you can review who got the top spots in case you forget. You can claim. You see Mantroth and the Grimbardoon Smith up there ready to be claimed. So, and you know, I'm still reviewing. I mean, these are all subject to change, of course, but I'm still reviewing the claim page and all these other child screens that are related to that. But bottom line is we're working hard, man. We're trying to get this stuff done. What else we got here? I think when it comes to tactics, we're playing with like, you know, how's that going to look? How can we make that look as polished as possible? Some of the, I hesitate to even share this, but because this is very rough draft. This is very rough, but we're trying to make it so that, again, no promises. This might not even make it in, but eventually sometime, I mean, people keep saying Battles 2.0, how can we improve the production quality? How can we make it so that we are very proud to share links on social media and otherwise? How do we get our friends and family to look at the game and be impressed by it, and not, you know, apologize for maybe the way it looks, because it hasn't changed much in 5 years. It still looks very similar to what we launched with. And so this might be an opportunity to kind of work a little bit on that. What I'd like to see, and again, no promises, is something to where the arena feels more like a battle mage arena, not for a scene from Gladiator where it's dusty and dirty and bones in the corner and people are screaming because they're like, you know, shield and armor and weaponry. These are two mages squaring off. There's magic in the air. There's runes. There's wards to protect the spectators. So if a fireball goes the wrong way, no one gets hurt. So in that regard, you know, we might start off nice and easy before we embellish and refine and iterate to make it look more and more polished. But, you know, this is kind of like a prototype of, you know, some of the tinkering that we're doing. We are also working on backgrounds so that, you know, it looks more and more like an arena.
Oh,
maybe we can finally get to animation at some point. These are all wild, crazy. When Matt says creative's thinking way in advance, that's true. Maybe we do it too much. But we do try to prepare all the artwork, all the vector and raster artwork and the imagery and everything that we prototype or visualize or conceptualize is all with, hey, can this be animated? Hey, can we support this with sound effects and music and this and that? Can we do this? Can we do that? And even though we might not do it right away, rest assured that through the pipeline, through the design and development stages, we're preparing for that. In case the opportunity arises where we do have the time and resources invested, well, cool. It's all ready to go. It's been rigged for animations, been prepped accordingly. We just need the green light when the time comes. And so just know that, yeah, the creative is very much interested in making sure that potentially starting with the Rebellion set, maybe not initially at launch, but somewhere along the way, while Rebellion is being sold in the shop, we are going to try as hard as we can to try to increase production quality more and more and more until, you know, everyone looks at it and goes, ooh, that's amazing.
Hey guys, for anybody buying, 6 minutes left.
Bob looked at the corrosive ward ability icon. We did end up changing it. For those of you curious, it's probably going to look like this. I'll share that right here. I'll get the appropriate graphic imagery over to the community folder so that people can take a look at that. But originally, I think it was an axe coming, and Bob was like, well, doesn't really affect your weapon, and he's right. So we went back to the drawing board, and since corrosive ward really affects armor, we thought that makes sense. So we had and made that little tweak. So before the general sale hits and you see these abilities in the game, don't be shocked when you see, well, what the heck is that icon? Well, we told you. What are some other cool things? Something that was shared recently in social media, which I'm going to give the more ultra version, is a scene which really sets the stage for the rebellion. It's an alleyway. There's a rough, not a hoodlum, but he's down on his luck. Maybe he's an orphan. Maybe he lost his parents due to the big chaos invasion. Regardless of what his backstory is, you could see that the city Legion guards are coming at him. They're approaching him probably with malice. Chances are this kid is probably either going to be killed or sent to the jail. And it's no surprise why, because behind him, he seems rather proud of the fact is inscribed the word Vanok. And that word, I think, really, more than anything else, sets the stage for what we're trying to do here with Rebellion. The Splinterlands have been invaded. They have been conquered. They have been subjugated, and they are currently oppressed. 5 years later, there are whispers. There are people grumbling, and for the first time in thousands and thousands of years, all the numerous splinters and factions and different groups who were at odds with each other have decided to kind of like come together against a common threat, which is this empire, which is Silas the Rift, which is his second in command, Mantaroth, one of the that Minotaur, one of the legendary promo card during the pre-sale, which you can only get during the pre-sale, by the way. And Vanok, meaning together we rise in the Praetorian common language, that really sets the stage, not just for the fictional world building we're doing, but I think also it is just, it's very, I don't know. I don't want to call it coincidence. I think it's fate that at this point in our company's history and our community's history, and during this bear market and during the rough, hits to the face and punches to the gut that we've taken over the last year or two, I think we all see, the bearish sentiments are kind of starting to fade away and being replaced with a sense of excitement, a sense of eager anticipation. And I think that, a lot of us have started to stop looking down and start looking up, chin up, with a fierce look of determination and eye of the tiger, just like the kid in that artwork. And I think that is, that's cool to see. I see that happening in the community. I see that happening internally with the team. I think that this is a turning point.
All right, guys,
so,
everybody
we're 3 minutes away now from the countdown hitting 0.
2.5 minutes.
I could always share a little bit more after we've gotten through that. I figured I better pass the baton back to you, Matt, in case you wanted to do something cool as we count down here.
All right.
I mean, I definitely liked hearing and seeing all the stuff you've done, Nate. Now that I'm not as directly involved in all the day-to-day, I often don't get to see or hear a lot of this stuff until I'm on the streams with you, just like our player base, which is fun for me also, because I like being a part of this as a player.
Hey, their stream is on a 15-second delay from my stream.
But yeah, we have a couple minutes left. And we'll see what happens with the pre-sale. Obviously, there's assuming there's not a quick sellout, there'll be 30 days that the pre-sale is going to be open. Should be till November 17th. So players will have that time to compete for the leaderboard and get their packs. Again, assuming it doesn't sell out before then. And then it will go into the actual release and general sale scheduled for December 5th. So not too far out here. And I know Nate talked a lot about conflicts. I'm sure everyone probably knows what he means and what conflicts are, but that in case anyone was wondering, that's the new mechanism for getting the airdrop cards. We talked about how exciting I think this round of legendary summoners are, the player designed ones, and those are going to make up the bulk of those airdrop cards. So you're going to need to participate in the conflicts by using your cards and using your unopened packs.
All right,
to-
1 minute,
to
less than 1
contribute,
minute. If you guys want to put your
and earn
predictions
points
in
and to earn those
on
cards.
how many we
So,
sell in 1 minute,
you know, you're going to want
let me
to
know, or just
make
put
sure
it in
you
the
have
chat.
enough for
I'll send
that
some vouchers
also.
to the winner.
And you can pick them up on the market too. You don't have to buy them during the pre-sale, but you know, the more you have right at the beginning, the more points you'll be able to get, and the more airdrop cards you'll ultimately be able to get. Yeah, it looks like we have less than a minute now. Thank you, Ron. So, you know, maybe we'll take a moment of silence here, let everyone get their DEC or
in
credits
1 minute?
and
Guys, I'm talking about
vouchers
1
ready.
minute.
The vouchers need to be in your in-game wallet, not on the SPS chain wallet.
All right, I'm gonna keep their stream up.
Like I
rather
said,
than go
I
to the
don't
bank.
I don't
I'll
necessarily
let you know how
expect
many are being
a
bought.
very fast sellout here. So I'm
Nope.
hoping
10,
that, you
9,
know, while that
8,
would be nice, it'd be
7,
great for everyone
6,
to have their time
5,
to get their packs that they
4,
want.
3, 2,
That's a
We'll
good
see.
question, Matt.
1.
What?
Okay,
How
I'm
would
setting
you
my timer for 1
define
minute.
the
Let's see.
pre-sale as a success? Like a rousing, you'd be like stoked if we sold this many packs
Here
over
we go.
the course of the pre-sale.
And I'd say even if we get to it, it would be great. And I've said before, even if it's a low turnout and a low sale, I think that'll
Where
be
does it show
good
the
because, you know,
purchase?
it'll allow us to really over deliver. So I'm going to stop talking as the countdown has
Bam.
hit here.
It looks like it. I think the form popped up on my screen.
All right, so hold on. I'm trying to look at the
I'm gonna
leaderboard.
I'm gonna buy
All right.
some right now.
All right, I'm looking at the leaderboard. 16,000. And I have 26.
Oh,
seconds
I was
left. Let's
very
see what
stupid.
happens. 77,000 within the first minute.
And I did not unlock my keychain.
All right, 15 seconds, guys. 15 seconds left to finish out the first minute. I'm timing everything here.
I better check
98,000 had a
98,000
chance
within
to
the
get in a
first
little
minute.
before me. Well, I remember
7,
my
6,
convoluted password for that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm gonna hit refresh, and here we go. 115,000.
All right, I got my 2,000
in the
purchase in.
first
Let's see.
minute.
Let's head back to the
All right.
screen here. As usual, I mean, knock on wood, but so far it was a smooth experience for me. Really, again, I just have to say, such a credit to this team, because those of you who have been around a while, which I think is most of you here, remember how things were like, 2 to 3 years ago or more when we would do
132
these
already.
pre-sales, and it involved sites crashing, errors, mistakes, problems, and I take the blame for pretty much all of that. And it just goes to show how much better our team is at this. Just how good a job, how smooth it's gone.
Dude, it is smooth as butter. Like when it went down to 0,
Wait, I think this
It
is
was like-
separated out.
bam, it was there. And then while we've been talking, I mean, how many did we sell? Like we're
Wait,
nearing what
149 purchase, but there's also
150,000 sold while we're talking,
17,000
and like
for bonus.
not a glitch, not a bump, just like phew, it's just like the packs
We're
are
over
disappearing,
150
and it's
sale,
like it's almost too smooth. You almost like you want that much traffic to cause some vibration, like oh no, the thing is like, to cause the excitement, but it's like, wow. I mean, if I refresh, I wonder how many we've sold so
Oh,
far.
I just got logged out.
Yeah,
Holy
it
cow!
looks like
yeah.
over 150 now. Let me see
Yeah,
where's the leaderboard here. View leaderboard. Let's
got
see.
Oh my
Wow.
god, the FOMO's kicking in. I almost want to buy some more now. Jeez.
So let me look at so I am where am I on the
Come on,
leaderboard?
log in.
I'm 28th, so I feel like I'm gonna be out of the top 30 here where I wanted to be for the Dawnbringer title. Unless I'm probably gonna have to buy some more.
The site
so,
is slow now.
I guess
I
I'll have to
got
step up
logged
to the
out. I got
plate
logged out again.
here at some
What
point.
the hell? That's annoying.
But yeah,
Oh,
it looks
that's so
like
annoying.
the YGG pool is at the top. I mean, this could all have changed in the last few
If I was
seconds
buying,
since I
I'd be so
loaded the
pissed.
page. But the leaderboard I'm looking at has YGG pool at the top with over 12,000 packs. We got Hawk Spot, Brave Tofu, Brybro, Monster Bank, and A Zircon, and the top 6 spots to design that legendary summoner. Let me see.
156 bought, 19,000.
See if I can reload this and see
awarded
if it's changed
bonus.
here.
So we're already at 175.
You know what? While we're on the call and we're talking for a sec,
Just
Nate,
3
I had a
minutes in.
question for you. You guys came up with
Yeah.
the titles. Did I don't know if you read Brandon Sanderson at all, but the titles seem to really look like something out of some of his books. I'm a huge Brandon Sanderson fan, so
Wow. Okay. No, I mean, I don't think it was a result
161
of
bought,
Brandon
20K
Sanderson
purchase.
books.
That's
I'm trying to
181,000.
refresh my memory. looking over it. This is he wrote the
Stormlight Archive is like one of his biggest series, and Mistborn, and in Stormlight they have a bunch of they have like Dawn Singers, they're called, and Dawn Shards. So that's why I think I made a misspelling. I called the title the Dawn Singer, and you were like, no, it's the Dawn Bringer. That's why. And he actually has a new book, literally called Defiant, coming out soon.
Really? Oh, I think I say that on his
pre-order.
Google, yeah.
Yeah,
no,
I just thought, even if it wasn't on purpose, I think it's an awesome shout out to a great fantasy author.
Yeah, I think it was completely unrelated, but I'm glad you said there's some sort of correlation for all those fans out there of Sanderson. I think ultimately the concept had been, if you were participating in any way, whether it's in the underground or on the streets, or you're just helping with supplies, or you're getting your weapons ready, you're a rebel. You're taking up the cause.
All right,
but if you're trying to do it openly, you're doing it overtly. You're literally walking down the street with a big neon sign saying, "Hey, I am against the Empire. I'm going to bring this puppy down. Let's go." Then you are the Defiant.
And
if you are one of those mythological heroes of the Rebellion War that everyone looks up to and respects and says, "Whoa, the bards are singing song of your deeds," then you are one of the Dawn.
Yeah, we'll go check
brought the Dawn with you. You brought the Dawn into this dark time. So that was the overall thinking behind those titles.
I love it. I think it's great. Even an inadvertent shout out to that is fantastic. I see a message in chat that I am out of the top 30. So I'm gonna I guess I have to take some more DEC out of the liquidity pool. I've been providing liquidity for a long time. And I pulled some out for the first time in a while to get my 8 million, and I might have to take another dip into the pool, so to speak, here to get that Dawnbringer title that you were just talking about.
187K.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'll be lucky to get a Defiant. I'm falling down the rankings there. Crap, dang it! I almost want people to stop buying packs now.
You can always get them secondhand. You know, that's always an option. So, I mean, it looks like we're getting close. You know, obviously there's the initial rush and then it slows down. So it seems like we might trickle on to the 200,000 packs sold. You know, I was saying what I would consider a successful sale was half sold over the whole 30 days. And I'm sure as we get towards the end of the sale, if it goes for 30 days, there'll be a little bump up there at the end. So I already consider this a huge success. And like I was saying before, like I actually in some ways want people to buy fewer packs because that's going to allow, I want to get back to the situation that we had with Untamed and Beta and Alpha, where after they were sold out, everyone felt like crap, I should have bought more packs. That's certainly how I felt for all of those. We lost that with Chaos Legion, unfortunately. I still hope we can get to the point with Chaos Legion at some point where a $4 Chaos Legion pack seems cheap. But I'd like, you know, it wouldn't be a bad thing for Rebellion to be undersold. And then a year from now, it's going to be gone, guaranteed. There's the guaranteed 25,000 burn starting at the general sale every day on December 5th. So, you know, by the end of 2024, Rebellion will be sold out. And it would be fantastic if our community, including myself, felt like I should have bought more during that pre-sale.
191,000.
When Matt was going on about stuff today. And, you know, Call Me Tim was talking about all the cool new card stats and how they design those, and Nate was showing all the artwork. My hope is that everyone thinks back to this day and was like, man, I should have bought more. So
I'm already feeling it, man. I'm already feeling it where there's still packs available. It's like, oh man, because this is the only way to get those promo cards. And I feel like people are thinking the wrong way. They're thinking, well, we've had
the leaderboard doesn't go to the top 250. They need to change.
We've had promo cards before.
Titles,
I just bought them off the market afterwards. Like no big deal. But with conflicts, I'm interested in seeing how much of that landscape changes, how much the peer-to-peer marketplace changes just from conflicts alone. Like, are people really going to be that eager to put their cards on the market anymore, knowing that over the long term, over the course of the next year, that card that they just purchased could create some sort of passive benefit every day, every week, every month for the next
196K.
year? Like, are they going to be quite so eager to put on the market? And if
less
they
than
do,
10 minutes. That's 9 minutes in. 196.
What's the price point? You know, what is it going to be? It's not going to be like previous card sets. I think while the card set is still live and active, before it closes off and it's done for, that cards have the chance of actually possibly appreciating, like, it's crazy to think that that's the case. But and by virtue of the fact that there won't be that many of these promo cards, like there really won't be that many, even if we sell all 500,000 packs.
Yeah,
Steve, that's a good question. Let me check.
I agree. The conflict.
I don't think it's going to pump.
It's one of the many.
Everybody has what they need already.
Game-changing things about this set, and it's hard to say. Like, I don't know how this is all going to go with the whole economy of the thing, but it generally seems in the right direction overall. Of, you know, people need to hold on to these things, and they can buy them on the market, and they can use that to gain the airdrop card rewards.
Icy Flow, I didn't know that they would already be on the
I see
secondary.
Fat Jimmy has a question within big, capital letters. A discussion about the new AD mechanics earlier. Oh, airdrop mechanics. Yeah, can you clarify the unlocking of the L cards? I'm not sure I understand the question. Do you guys understand that?
Nobody has bought or
Unlocking of
sold
the
Rebellion
L
packs
cards.
on the secondary
L
market
cards.
yet. The ask right now is 3.9. The bid is
Still
2.1.
pack quantity
So there hasn't been an
sold,
actual transaction to
burned.
determine the price.
pending.
I think he means the amount of them that are distributed. Like, how are we going to figure out the amount of the airdrop cards that are going to be distributed? Yeah, it's going to be more exact though, because we're gonna look at the amount of packs that have been opened so far, and then like the amount of those cards that would have been in circulation, assuming they were in packs up to that point, and then we're gonna fix that number. I mean, we might go a little bit above, and we will fix that as like, this is the amount of cards that are gonna be given out. Whereas before it was a little difficult because we just had to make it like number of packs based, and we couldn't guess that as exact as we always wanted to ahead of time. So here we're gonna look at the number of packs that were opened, how many of those cards would players have gotten had they been in packs, and we're gonna fix that amount, and you'll know that early on, if not like right away at the beginning of the conflict period. So you'll know exactly how many cards are going to be given out, and then it should have like numbers on, what are your chances for getting how many cards
So
based
let me
on
check.
the points you have.
All right, let me refresh.
And sort of related, but not really. But and we don't mention off of YouTube. stream,
197.
it's usually on the
We're
Discord, but I do notice,
198K. Over
since it's
198K.
related, Alfred's asking, do we
far.
know when we get the
12
promo
minutes
cards?
in.
I believe that we're going to make that claim button possible at the beginning of the general sale. So right now, scheduled for December 5th, and then that's when you'll actually claim any rewards that were, promo card related, that were related to what you did during the pre-sale. Does that sound right, Matt?
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. Yeah, so the two promo cards for the pre-sale, Mantaroth and the Grimbarnum Smith, you will be able to claim those is planned for December 5th, along with the full release of everything. So like you're not going to be able to get anything other than just the unopenable packs until December 5th. So that's where we're at. Call me Tim. I don't know if you wanted to talk a little bit more about the summoners and some of the ideas we were playing with on the amount of summoners in the set or things like that.
Drop it.
I will qualify. I should have said this right at the beginning of the stream, but like everything we're talking about here is subject to change before the general release. So everything we talk about is like what we're thinking about, what we're planning, but we're going to be doing a lot of play testing in the next month and a half. We're going to get a lot of community feedback, and we're not going to hesitate to change something if we feel that it's for the best, just because we talked about it. Feel free to shed some light on this stuff.
We are at 199.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, I think
closing it on 200K.
I think the team formation, team creation is going to just level up significantly in Rebellion with all the summoners that are available. Between just real choices between, are these summoners the right thing for this particular situation, or existing summoners the right thing for the situation, very much so balancing so that that all summoners still are very playable and have their place to shine, right? The new summoners are gonna like multi-element summoners are gonna shine in a lot of rule sets where the card pool is heavily restricted, right? But the multi-element summoners also bring in some interesting tactical decisions around things like which fiend. I have 2 choices of fiend that I can bring in. I want to drop in a 0 mana fiend into this battle. Which one do I drop in? And now I can pick, the one that brings the ability that I want to play. So I think multi-element in and of itself, I think is going to have a lot of tactics that are going to be discovered.
Can I jump in? I did not even think about the fiends. I don't know how with multi-element summoners, like that's just such a big deal right there. Being able to use 2 0 mana cards is big. Wow. Okay, sorry. I just had to say I didn't even think about that.
Or even picking the one that you want, right? Like even I during testing would get, okay, well I got a slot left here. Let me slot in a fiend, and then there's 2. Oh, which one do I want? Which ability do I want? Right. So I think multi-element. Especially as people start interacting with balancing and where certain elements are better or worse at things, right? I think multi-elements just by itself just going to be a big game changer in a lot of situations, right? Not all situations. In some situations, these summoners aren't going to be the best summoners. In a lot of situations, they're not going to be the best summoners. But where they really are going to be the best summoners, they're really going to bring a lot of interesting tactical decisions.
We're so close.
And then
to 200K, guys.
the tactics and the choices.
Close.
The challenge with Rebellion is there's so much we can do with it. What do we want to do with it?
And we've crossed.
From
I have the exact amount right here.
Target effects.
200,000.
So
we're 16 minutes in.
Again, very much so subject to change, but we're playing around with things that feel similar to like direct damage, right? Like so, being able to before the battle begins, pick a creature and poison it, and that creature might be your own creature because maybe it's your martyr that you want to be poisoned, or right, just the things that we can do with it are just have not been possible in the game previously, but these summoners bring that to the table. And then, so each one of those by themselves is I think going to be game changers for tactical play. And then the legendary summoners that are likely to have a blend of both these things are going to be very, very interesting to play with. So I'm trying to hesitate. I don't know how much to say and how much not to say, but
no. I mean, I want us to be pretty transparent again with that caveat. Let people know what we're thinking. So I mean, like one thing is, I think we're looking at having more summoners in this set than in previous sets. Is that?
Yeah.
Right.
That is correct. Yeah. So right now, the plan is that there will be 5 additional summoners than what we've normally have released. So normally there's 1 summoner per each of the elements, including dragon, not neutral. So we'll have that, and then we're going to have 5 additional summoners. And right now the plan is that we're going to have some pretty low-costed, aggressively costed, properly costed, balanced multi-element summoners. In addition to the tactics and choice summoners. And then the legendary airdrop summoners, there's going to provide a lot of summoner choices for players.
So it sounds like they're going to separate out dual elements.
I'm like most excited again about the legendary airdrop summoners. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to be excited about. So it's hard to pick a thing, but it's like in a way they sort of encapsulate like the most exciting things from previous sets, plus a lot of the most exciting things from this new set all together. And
Mango Wambo, 100% success.
The people who got to design the other legendary summoners, I think they got a fantastic deal. And I hope that this takes it even to another level. Like these are the must-have cards, and these are the post all over social media when you unload a gold foil version from a pack cards for this set. And just as a reminder, those cards are not going to be in packs up front. So those are airdrop cards, and they are going to be given out through our new conflict system. So if you buy a bunch of packs and you wait to open them until after the airdrop, you'll have a chance to get them in the packs.
Definitely.
And if you participate in those conflicts by staking your Rebellion cards or unopened packs, you'll be able to get them for free. It's like they're extra bonuses you'll be able to pick those cards up that way. And I'll remind everyone about a few other things with the conflicts in particular. Obviously, you need vouchers for the pre-sale here, and you will need them for the general sale. But you're also going to need them to participate in the conflicts. And the more you want to participate, the more vouchers you're going to need. We're not going to make it too cumbersome, but that it's just another one of those uses for vouchers. If you want to get special stuff, if you want to get promo things, if you want discounts, that's what vouchers are for. And then there'll be another opportunity to use vouchers to give yourself better chances of getting gold foil versions of the airdrop cards too. So we understand and hear the community, and we see in our own stats sort of the oversupply of vouchers that there's been for a long time. But now we're going to start kicking all the new stuff we've been planning into gear over the next few months, really, including land. And vouchers are going to feature heavily into all of that, as far as, like I said, bonuses, extra stuff,
vouchers,
discounts, exactly what they're for. So that's the benefit you get beyond the regular APR for staking your SPS all this time, for committing to the game and to the project. When I design this stuff and I design the economy on like pack costs and all these things, I consider vouchers to be free. And I know a lot of people might say, well, they're not free. They're worth 3.4 cents or whatever it is on the market. But if you stake SPS, you should get them for free. So I look at it like that. That the players who are really committed to this game are getting them for free, and it really only costs money if you don't stake SPS, right? So it's kind of the choice of the players. But that's how I think about them when I'm designing, the economy. Is I take into account their market price to figure out how many of them things should cost, and for different benefits, obviously. And usually we go much higher than the current market pricing, because we want to give them that extra value. But as far as like the cost, like I see them, and I think players who have SPS staked should see them as the free giveaways, that they get for committing to the system.
2024 is going to be the year of 27.
So let's do a refresh here.
Let's hope Matt can do it.
See where I have fallen down to on the leaderboard.
All right. Somebody should comment on their stream or somewhere that they need to update the leaderboard. We are at 202,000, almost 203,000
more
packs.
I don't want to be futzing around with hardware wallets while I'm trying to talk to all of you. Looks like I
had to take stuff out of liquidity pool to get enough vouchers. I didn't have enough vouchers.
I gotta have vouchers in liquidity pool too.
Yeah, well, like we were just saying, got to get those vouchers, Nate. It sounds like you need more SPS staked. That's what it sounds like to me.
What's funny is a lot of the community have been like, oh, we need to diminish the voucher supply, how much is going out and all this stuff, too much inflation for vouchers. But I feel like just this right here, we already just vacuumed up all these vouchers, and then it's probably not going to stop there. I bet we come up with a lot of cool ideas over the coming months to where those vouchers, you guys think you have a bunch, you probably don't have enough. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I had done some math. I think if the pre-sale sells out, it would be 2.5 million vouchers. And then the general sale, with my estimate of 1.5 million packs potentially being sold over the next year, that would be another 7.5 million vouchers. So that'd be 10 million vouchers in total. That's roughly the total current supply of vouchers. Now we're talking about over the whole next year.
Oh, he's talking about 2 million
so
vouchers.
those will be, constantly resupplied, but also that's not factoring in conflicts and land, and there's going to be some promo cards I'm sure that we're going to do over that time.
Oh, I hope
so
it goes
my
heavy
goal
on
again is to make vouchers, make vouchers scarce again.
Yes.
Is kind of the goal here, where this is the starting point.
Oh, Matt.
You know, and
all
there's,
right.
and there's a bunch
You're
of
winning me
questions
over,
about
Matt.
like what the main
Make
wagons
vouchers
might
scarce
cost.
again.
I mean, you know, again, saying I'll let you know what I'm currently thinking, having just spent a little bit of time on this, with the understanding that this could very much change. So I don't, if it changes, I don't want to hear people saying you said this, because I very clearly said this is just what we're thinking, and it may very well change, you know, dramatically in either direction. But I'm thinking around like 10 vouchers or something per mage wagon. You know, it seems to be a nice number where it's easily affordable for most people. Like I said, probably free for most people who are participating and who have for like the normal amount of cards and packs that people will have. Nice. But for the whales, the people who have a ton of packs or a ton of cards, I mean, they are going to have to put up more vouchers. Again, those people probably have a lot of SPS staked, so hopefully it's all again free from that perspective. But that's kind of what I was thinking. But we're gonna keep an eye on market pricing and economics and how things are going as we get closer and make a call. But since everyone's asking, that's the current thought process.
The site only shows the top 100.
You know, there was also a question. You know, one thing we didn't talk about also that like directly relates to all of this is the DAO proposal that was passed. You know, so one of yet another thing. There's so many things that are new and innovative with this release that I forget a lot of them. So that's a good thing, I think. So the one of the big things is that the DAO paid $250,000 to the Splinterlands company to help us financially develop the set. That those funds were paid out from the DAO's account yesterday. We took the BUSD. There was like some 70-some thousand in BUSD, and the remainder was USDC. So that just, you know, obviously BUSD is being shut down by Binance, I think, in the next few months or so. So like the DAO no longer has to worry about that. You know, and we just, the Splinterlands company just swapped that out for USDC. So that's been paid. And then in return, the DAO is getting half of all of the revenue that's brought in DEC from the sale. So, I mean, so far, it you know, with over 200,000 packs sold, that should be over $400,000 worth of DEC, roughly, that's gone to the DAO in the last half hour. You know, I know there are a lot of people saying that we were just, you know, trying to scam money out of the DAO or, you know, raid the DAO.
Keep in mind the team is going to pull half
like
of that out. Whatever just went into the DAO,
so,
the team pulls half out.
My thought was that it should likely be that the DAO would make out extremely well from this whole arrangement. It seemed like the majority of the SPS token holders agreed on passing the thing, and I think we've already seen that to be the case so far in the first half hour. And this still goes for the next year, a little over a year. This is still going to go for, and the DAO is still going to be earning, and it's all going to be gravy at this point. So it's going to put.
We've already surpassed the break even. Like,
KQ, if I remember correctly, I think they're going to do it on a weekly basis.
Yeah, a lot more. I think
within 30 days,
125,000 packs sold. So that would be not including the bonus packs. And we're already at 180,000 packs, so we've surpassed that quite a lot. And then if you factor in, you know, DEC is still a bit under the par value, but still we should have far exceeded that.
Yeah, not weekly. It's within 30
with all
days.
Those caveats, and again, it's only the first 30 minutes, and we have a year more of sales going to the DAO. And you know, I think short term, yeah, the company's giving up some revenue, but long term, it's going to be extremely beneficial for us. I mean, we're a huge holder of the SPS token, and obviously, just generally, with how intertwined the DAO and the token is with the game product, the company will do well if the DAO and the tokens do well. So it's purposely giving up some short term revenue for what I think will be a lot more revenue over the long term, and it'll benefit all of us together, which is exactly how this is supposed to work.
So Level Up Life, the way that I understand it,
amazing.
The team is going to hang on to the credits and then send 2,000 DEC for
I think it's also amazing that I think you and I both thought the same thing.
Accounting
the
period,
pre-sale
where they figure out how much they need to take out, how much they need to put in. I'm assuming that'll happen on a monthly basis.
We sell 250,000. And, you know, I was looking at the same time I was looking at the packs disappearing. And almost exactly somewhere around the 15-minute mark, we went and hit 200,000 sold. That's crazy. First 15 minutes.
Yeah, and I also I'm not even worried so much about it's less about is the pre-sale a success. It's really about is the entire thing a success. I mean, the pre-sale is just one little, relatively short time piece of it. And we're not ultimately going to know if the whole thing, the entire Rebellion set was a success. I think until well after it's sold out. So we're not going to really know until we're into 2025. And that's when I think we'll be able to say, definitely
No, Steve, I didn't.
It was a success or not. I mean, obviously there'll be milestones along the way, that the release and how everyone receives the new cards and the balance and the new mechanics and tactics, the new airdrop mechanics with conflicts. I mean, all those things, obviously we can get a sense for how it's going. But it's really, like I said before, I want this to be a case similar to our sets prior to Chaos Legion, where you just saw so much FOMO on those last days as it was selling out, and then the resale value and the demand just keeps increasing on the secondary market after it's sold out. So that's when you can really put a stake in the ground and say, yes, we did this correctly, and it's we created value over a long time period for our user base. Like, that is my metric of success, and you need a long time period to really see if that plays out. So we're right at the hour mark for this stream, so I think we're going to have to call it for today. But this is a super exciting, well done to the team, just fantastic job of setting all this up. The tech, everything worked.
Very
knock
smooth.
on wood, it's been fantastic, and
Well
now we
done.
have the next year or so of awesome stuff continuing to come out before we can officially say, yes, we succeeded in building significant value for ourselves, the DAO, and our player base all at the same time. So thank you everyone for being on, and we will I'll talk to you next Monday.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Let me get the other screen back up. All right. So you can see here the DAO has a ton of stuff. Sorry, by stuff I mean DEC. We're at 600 million DEC. Let me actually go back to this. We're about to cross 204,000. I'm sure we have by now. Look at that, 206,000, 207,000 in total. Now, okay, actually, the one thing that I need to make sure of, packs purchased, I don't believe that this includes bonus packs awarded. So I've just been adding these two numbers up, but maybe somebody can correct me. All right, well, now we can get back into the chat. That was fun, guys. Okay, so somebody, I think Mango Wambo asked earlier, and I just said a brief answer. Yeah, I mean, I had very low expectations for this, and I think Matt did too, right? He actually said in this stream, for the first time that I've heard in any material or any kind of public thing that he's done, he was hoping that we would hit 250,000 over the entire pre-sale. So the fact that we're already at or above 200, he said 250,000, which is half. So the fact that we're already above 200,000, and we know that there's still many other people that are going to come in, because, for example, there are several names missing from this list. People who told me that they were planning to buy 10,000 packs or above. Right now, there's only one pool. So I do think that there are still going to be some other whales that come in. Does that push us to 500K? I don't know. But even just a couple people buying 10K each, that's significant. That could get us to 300 pretty easily. It's definitely going to get us to 250. Now, what's funny is Steve was asking about if I was planning on buying packs or if I had bought any. Here's the weird kind of like paradoxical viewpoint that I have of it. The more packs that sell, the less I want to buy. And vice versa, right? So if there are fewer packs that sell, meaning that like maybe we only get to like 250,000 by the end of the set or sale, that's when I'll go in and I'll probably buy, mainly because my only interest is the promo cards. I don't care about any of the other things. I don't even care about the packs. I'll probably end up selling them on the secondary market or something. We'll see. But if the promo cards are going to be super expensive, then I would want to guarantee that I can get a good amount of them for buying packs, right? But that's kind of just what I'm figuring in my head right now. Maybe it's right, maybe it's not. But let's see if we can catch up here. DEC pack, no way. I mean, the pump is done, right? So the main pump is done. And we can see here that DEC is already starting to slide back down. Vouchers are already starting to slide back down. And there's still, oh, nice. Look at the T-Hawk's Splinter cards. Look at this. They already got this. They already got this thing ready to go. So we're at 215,000. All right. I hadn't even done that math yet. But check this out. I think people are still continuing to burn a ton of a ton of cards for DEC. I wouldn't be surprised if that continues to happen over the next couple of days and weeks. In fact, look at this. We've gone up again today, right? So that's just significant. Let's see. What's some of the other chat here? Can't play with cards for a month. Why buy now? Yeah, you know what? Okay, so let's talk about the Summoner Alpha that was dropped. It's weird that they're going so heavy on summoners. I had this video idea literally bouncing around in my head today where I was just like, they should make less summoners, right? The summoners that they put out for the Soulbound reward cards, for example, that was a mistake, in my opinion, because that could have been done in a completely different way. They could have created the Soulbound summoners as promo cards, and they could have made them like, I don't know, 3 or 4 mana, right? And I think people still would have bought them. Would they be OP? Maybe, right? Especially in lower leagues. But I don't know. That was an opportunity. Like, that was an opportunity for revenue generation for the team, and more importantly, they could have predetermined the print rate on those. Now, looking ahead, we're going to get flooded with even more summoners of all different types and abilities, right? Tactics, dual element, or multi-element, and maybe even both. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that yet. Still thinking it through. You get airdrop cards, Alex. When does the pack staking start? Probably December at the very, very earliest, Liverpool fan. I'll say this, right? I'm trying to give as much leeway as possible because I know the team's going to try to get everything done, but the track record is not the best. I love them, but the track record isn't the best. So I want to give grace wherever I can, and part of it is like, if they can't get the first conflict started in December with everything else going on, I'll be okay if they start the first conflict like the early January. Right now, what they have planned is, according to not the white paper, but the post, is that it'll start, right? The first conflict's going to start in December, right after the general sale goes, so that the first airdrop happens in January. But honestly, and I'm not trying to give the team ideas here to slack off, because obviously I would love that, but I'm just thinking to myself, the set's going to be out. It's going to be the holidays. We're all going to be so distracted, right? Like, we're all going to be so distracted. We'll just be having fun with the new set, the new meta, the new game, and all this. They can start the conflict thing in early January. That first town hall, right, should lead into the conflict starting on that first Tuesday in January. I would be okay with that. If they're pressed for time and if, they have to cut something, I'd be okay with that. Don't want to hear your own song? I mean, I listen to my own music all the time. I listen to it too much, especially when I'm mixing it and recording it. So I don't need to listen to it now. We don't know price, but if the 6 legendary cards I get are worth $20, that is $120 I get back in rares. Yeah, the math on that is going to be interesting. But I think with the rarities, I shouldn't say rarities, but the scarcities for both of these cards, I think it's going to be pretty good. No one likes to hear their own voice. You get used to it, especially if you work in any kind of audio field. So how do I get DEC from Binance Chain, MetaMask to the game? There's 2 routes. You can use TerraBlock or you can use the Monster Market Bridge. Splinter Cards shows 296,000 packs left. So I think it's 184. You know what? Let's line them up here because I'm sure they're there. So we're at 200 and almost 15,000 packs. So if I refresh this, yeah, this shows almost 215,000 packs. Okay, so it's probably easier to see, to do the math, right? To show how many packs are left here on Splinter Cards. So I guess I'll be spending even more time on Splinter Cards. Now, the question is going to become how much sell pressure is there going to be on DEC? I don't believe all of the traders have made their profits yet necessarily. Maybe they have. I don't know. For me, I had a good amount. I played this trade for the first time, and I'm very happy with it. But I let go of everything by the time it hit 0.95, right? 0.94, 0.95. So I'm not holding any more DEC on the other chains. The question becomes, though, how many others are still holding, whether in-game or on other chains, to drive the price of DEC back down? Because there shouldn't, if you think about it, there shouldn't be any organic sell pressure on DEC. Let me take that back. The organic sell pressure can come from people earning it through maybe rentals or something like that. If they take that as income and then they want to exit it from the game, or they want to go and flip it into SPS or other assets, that could be there. But DEC is not an inflationary token the same way that SPS and vouchers are. Sorry, I shouldn't say inflationary. It's not given out like candy in the same way that SPS and vouchers are, right? Vouchers get printed every day. It's no surprise that thing drives to zero. SPS, it's still very high in its dilutive cycle. So we still have plenty of SPS to be given out at this point. DEC, on the other hand, I'm curious to see how much sell pressure there's going to be. There will be, in my opinion, the closer we stay to peg, a ton of artificial sell pressure that comes from the burning of cards. And we've seen that tick up quite a bit over the past couple of days. I don't know how much more the bots have in them. I think we looked at the Philip Doe thing, right? Let's see. I think this is one of the biggest bot accounts out there. Oops. I don't know if they're... I don't know if this account is doing a lot of the burning. And I'd have to put on a little bit more of a detective hat, but I'm not necessarily seeing it. So you can see here, 47, like if they were to burn everything that they hold, right? This is all reward cards here. But if they were to burn everything, that's 47 million DEC. So that'd be like $47,000 worth of sell pressure at peg. Obviously we're not at peg, but just, kind of assuming that. So if you go here in terms of like overall volume, like I'm trying to figure out how much that sell pressure would be. You know what? You know what's going to be interesting? The reason they're probably not selling too much right now is because liquidity is so low. So you probably can't sell that much. So if we were to sell, because I just want to see, this is the largest liquidity pool here. So if we were to sell 47 million DEC, right? Is that enough zeros? Yeah. I thought the price impact will be significantly larger than that. Oh, you know what? Sorry, this is not right because the price impact is looking at what you're buying, not what you're selling. Well, actually, no, it should be the same either way. But the good news is that the fact that we're only, halfway to selling out the pre-sale means that many people out there are going to look at this as an opportunity to be like, well, you know what? Maybe I can bring in some other capital. Maybe I'll get a paycheck next week or in the next 2 weeks. I'll be able to buy a little bit more, right? Add a little bit more to my stack, which means we will have some hopefully ongoing buy pressure. Not to mention, this goes for 30 days, of which I don't know what 30 days is. I guess with the 31st day. So this would be like mid-November. Yeah, November, I don't know, 16th, 17th. If the team can launch land in November before the Thanksgiving holiday, so that'd be the 7th or the 14th, boom, there's your other opportunity right there to have another huge DEC demand driving event. That could get us to peg and hopefully over peg. But keep in mind, the team we just put in. You know what? Actually, this is better for that. Let's assume everybody used vouchers, because if you didn't, that's just really dumb. So 191,443 times 4,000 DEC. Wait, hold on. Divided by 2. You know what? I could be wrong on this. KQ Forever, you were asking earlier about this, and I said that all the DEC was going to go to the DAO, and then they would pull it out within 30 days. But if my math is correct, 192,000 packs, right? 443 times 4,000 DEC. That's 769 million DEC. We don't have that much in the DAO. So they might have pulled it out already. They're probably not waiting. Maybe it is set up in a way where it just automatically goes, and they just put that 30-day clause in there in case something messes up. Yeah, there's no way, because like the amount of packs actually sold today, not bonus packs, is 769 million, and we only have 617 million. So we shouldn't be pulling any of this out. I don't think. That's a good thing. It's a very good thing. I said we burn it all. I want to burn all of this DEC. Okay, let's catch up on the rest of the chat. All right, people at work will buy later. Jeff, you're well connected to the game. You can use TerraBridge. Fees, I'm guessing. Yeah, there's going to be fees no matter what. That's why I like Monster Market. It's just easier, or less fees. I feel I moved in 200K. They charged 1K. All right, I have 16 million DEC to move. No, I would look at Monster Market. The Monster Market bridge doesn't have as much liquidity, but you aren't. Oh shoot, never mind. Looks like people brought in way more DEC, because you can only move in about 500K right now of DEC, so that's not gonna cut it for you. But the monster. Oh, okay. So here's where it gets exciting, guys. The Monster Market bridges. Right, look at this. The TerraBlock BSC. I mean, this has enough liquidity for you, Jeff, if you want to use this. Now, as these potentially get lower, I don't know if they have a deal with Splinterlands where, Splinterlands would send them some of the DEC on chain. But my hope would be is if they don't have enough and Splinterlands doesn't send it, they have to go to the marketplace and actually buy DEC to add to their add liquidity to their own bridges. Now, interesting. Maybe I can later, as I have more DEC, maybe I actually can show you. Sorry, what am I trying to show? I moved a bunch over TerraBridge last year. Smallest few hundred, most was 50K in SPS for nodes. Would be helpful. I've never done much transferring between chains and such, so pretty foreign for me still. Yeah, if you connect your MetaMask wallet to the game on BNB or BSC, TerraBlock is probably going to be the easiest. Again, you can connect it to the Monster Market bridge as well. You can see I have, one set up there. So, but there's just no liquidity in it right now. So I would say that your best bet, or maybe your only bet at this point, is going to be, it's going to be sending it in via that. You'll probably end up doing more fees if you do more transactions, right? Because like you could swap it to BNB and then like deposit BNB into Hive Engine as swap.hive BNB. But then you'd have to make that trade in game, or not. I shouldn't say in game, but like on Hive. So that just seems like a lot of extra steps. Plus, you're going to pay a fee depositing into Hive Engine. Okay, hold on. Where's the rest of the chat? All right, isn't DEC creeping up again? Yeah, it's holding well. My hope is that it stays above 900. How are we feeling about the pre-sale? Sorry, just tuning in. I thought it went quite well. I don't know about you guys, but 200,000 packs day one, first hour one, first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, pretty good. Yvonne, good to see you here. Mondroy, approaching 250k packs already, halfway mark. Remember too, that is 12-hour difference overseas. Oh, gathering the magic. You're gonna get burned again, man. You told us within a couple of hours it's gonna be done. Burn the DEC and the Dow. Skyer, I am all for that. You buying some packs now? I'm contemplating with the FOMO. I'm still just hanging tight. We'll see what happens. Aaron. Got over 6 million DEC transferred via Monster Markets. Not enough available liquidity for the 10 million I have. Oh, you use Monster Market. Oh, you're the one who cleared out that DEC in there. Okay, good. All right, so you still have another 10 million. Monster Market Bridge has it's had liquidity issues. There's definitely been times. I mean, it's just run by like a third party, a non like partnered third party. But I've never had issues with it when it does have liquidity. Had about 16k DEC fee. Oof, that's still a good amount. Vuctus and Crypto Eater still holding out. Yeah, well, I think they're gonna watch. They'll probably. I have a feeling they'll probably come in now because again, the less packs that sell, the scarcer those bonuses are gonna be. Right? Your titles, your titles, and your promo cards. In fact, let's go back here to the leaderboard and see if we can recognize any names. Oh, Brave Tofu. Going heavy on that. 7,500. Well done. Rybro, Azurcon. These ties are going to have to be broken, right? So somebody's going to have to buy more. It's a good amount from folks, though. Now, let's see. To get into the top 100, you only need 551 packs. That's kind of crazy. I don't know how. I'm sure a bunch of people bought 550 packs, right? Or 500 packs with the 50 bonus. But moving forward, now that we have this kind of lag or time frame over the next couple of weeks, it's going to be interesting to see who tries to secure their spot in the top 100. Again, you get an epic title rather than a rare title. So it really just depends on how much you value that. But I really think that this is a problem. They should have had this fixed before today. The top 250 spots should be shown, not just the top 100. Liberty Guy. Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late for the party. How goes the sale? Pretty well, Liberty Guy. And Liberty Guy, I'm sorry. I think I need to get back to your message. I apologize for that. Let me double check with Darkest Sign. I think we should be good. Or I'll get you the info. All right, Crypto Eater is still sleeping. This sale gives us like what, 3 more months of runway. Let's see. 200. Oh, well, actually, we can see right here. 193. 461 times $2 a pop with the DEC at peg. I mean, it gives us like 1.5 months of runway. When we get to 250k Mango Wambo, we'll be closer to 2 months. And then if the entire thing sells out, I'd say we'd be, between 3.5 to 4 months of runway. But, the pre-sale was important just to extend us out, I think, to the middle of 2024. The real thing that's going to be, I think the key is how good these cards are. And we're not going to find that out until closer to December and the actual launch. And then not only that, it's like, okay, the cards got to be good, but we'll also have to see just how much they're going to hold their value on the secondary market if people are trying to, go heavy on that Mystic Force card burn for a battle at this rate. That might be a little too expensive, but Woody's Aggie on this leaderboard. No, Aggie's just been silent. So make of that what you will. But I don't think you can make anything good of it. Just being honest. Yavamet said his hope was to sell at least half on the pre-sale. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a problem now. Getting 30,000-ish packs, I think is doable over the next 30 days, especially if there's any other kind of pumps in crypto, right? We need to sell 32,000 more. If there's any other pumps in crypto or Bitcoin specifically, I have no doubt you're going to get all of those like Splinterlands fanatics to take their profits not into fiat but into rebellion packs. Aggie posts on Twitter and X. Yep. I don't think he said anything about Splinterlands recently though. Damn, we've been live for 2 hours. It's good stuff though. So how are we feeling? Because I'm gonna wrap up soon. I'm tired of sitting. I want to go like move around and stuff. So let me know final thoughts anybody has. How are we feeling overall? I think there was some really great alpha dropped during their streams, so I might go back and re-listen. I don't know if I'm gonna do like a 5 biggest takeaways, but I definitely have some things that I want to discuss regarding what they said. In fact, I'll share some of the notes here with you guys, so you'll have a little preview in case I decide to make a video. 5 for people who missed it. They're planning to do 5 extra summoners in Rebellion. So extra in addition to, right? Usually they have one for every a rare one for every element, and then you have the legendary one for every element. They're considering adding 5 more, and from what it sounds like, they're going to separate out the tactics from the dual element at the lower level. At the other levels there. So that could be interesting. I wrote down that Matt considers vouchers free. I think that's important for people to understand. Battle wagons. Tentative cost right now is roughly 10 vouchers. And I guess that's it. So maybe there were some other things dropped in there. I'll have to go back and listen to Call Me Tim. His microphone wasn't fantastic, so it'll probably be better to listen to it a second time just in case. This is a much needed pump. Great to see it. Indeed. I think it was a great start. Curious to see how many more sell this evening. So good. I was unlocking my staked SPS to buy some more Rooney, but I decided to stake it again to keep on earning more rewards. Nice. Well, actually, we should talk about some of the voucher stuff that he was planning. I have enough vouchers, DEC vouchers for 5,685 packs, but my land region. Well, you know what, Jeff? If you want to design a Milo card, I guess there's not enough cat cards in the game. I mean, 5,000 packs is going to get you into 3rd place. Something to consider. You never know. I mean, Packs still selling at a good rate. You should see 250k sold before tomorrow. What's up, Kazrak? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be good. Oh, see, I knew it. Milo card is exactly what I want. So, well, I would say that it's within striking distance, but the cool game theory now behind this is, all right, there's still more than half of the packs to be sold. So you come in and you buy like 6,000 packs. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a bunch of big players come in, each with more than 10,000 packs purchased, right? Or even some of these other ones up their game to 10,000 packs purchased, and then the top 6 are all 5 figures plus. Milo needs a card. Smoky Lo-Fi, new name here. What's going on? How much would the battle wagon cost? He said 10 vouchers, but don't hold him to it. That's just his thought right now. So what we need to do is the math on that. If it can hold 150 packs, right? Or is it 100 packs? And 5 cards. I don't think that many wagons are going to sell. Not enough that it's going to like move the price on vouchers. We would really need to sell 10x more of the amount of packs that we sold right now. If we can get to that 2 million packs, that right there would be 10 million vouchers. I don't know what voucher utility what there will be on land, so let's just discount that for now. I would say soulbound cards on land could be a voucher unlock. Soulbound unlocks themselves could require vouchers. Again, this is all, hopefully first half of 2024. But keep in mind, between now, like, this is what's crazy here, guys. Like, between now and what is it? January, we're gonna print another 3 million vouchers. Okay, so like, there's a lot. We if the pre-sale sold out today, we would eat up 2.5 million vouchers. And by the time the actual game came out, right, in December, or we'll just say in January, we would have reprinted that 2.5 million vouchers. That's just how many there are. So I do think that the team needs to be a little more aggressive with vouchers. And I know Matt was talking about that today, so that's exciting. But I do believe they need to be way more aggressive with vouchers in the near future if we're going to get vouchers to 20 cents, or as Matt said, make vouchers scarce again. Go Jeff go. We need a new kitty for modern. That's true. I want a Milo card. All right, you can use this card to use on your region, says Mango Wambo. Aaron says, if there was a time for me to buy, it would be later this afternoon after work, which makes me think there are many others that will do the same. Yeah, I think there are a lot of people sitting on the sidelines just to see how it would go, whether it went well or didn't go well. They were going to live with the consequences. But again, I think 200,000 shows that there's definitely an appetite still for this game from just the hardcore believers. So now your secondary believers are going to start coming in and potentially buying some packs here and there. Again, right? Like I'd probably classify myself in that second group where I'm not going to buy a ton of packs, but I could see, like I said, what did I say? 0 to 10. I could probably even see, again, depending on if things slow down significantly, and I start waiting towards the end, I don't know, maybe I don't think I'll buy 100 packs, but I don't know. We'll see. Vibe on presale so far, I'm feeling pretty good. Same. I think we got a shot at selling most of the 500K over 30 days. You know what? I don't want to rain on anybody's parade here with selling everything out in 30 days. I think it's possible, but I don't think that people should count on it. Every sale we've ever seen, there's a massive upfront buy, and then it literally just peters out afterwards because you get all your hardcore players that buy, and then you get a lot of your secondary players that end up buying for secondary prices on the market, right? The secondary market, they buy for cheaper. So I don't know. I don't want to sit here and confidently say, oh yeah, we're going to sell out 500,000. I think I can confidently say that over the next 30 days, we're going to sell another 30,000 and we'll easily get to the 250,000 goal that Matt was going for. Maybe even I could say like we will easily get to 300,000 because I know there are names on here that told me they were planning on buying 10K packs, and maybe they're lying. Maybe they got cold feet. I don't know. But if they do end up coming in, that's a couple 10,000 packs right there that could easily push us to 300,000. But beyond that, I mean, guys, keep in mind, once we swapped over Rift Watchers to DEC, we've only sold like 40,000 packs. So again, obviously I'm comparing apples to oranges here, but I'm just showing you once the initial rush was done, that's it, right? So I think unless, and this is going to be important over the next couple of weeks, unless they can start to tease out and actually show some of the cards that will be there, some of the stats, some of the summoners, what we can expect, that might get more people to be like, you know what? Screw it. Let me up my game, right? All the people who bought 500 might go up to 1,000. All the people who bought like 1,500 are going to buy $3,000 because it's just like, okay, let me confirm that I'm going to get a maxed, set here or something like that. But that's the opportunity that the team needs to take advantage of over these next couple of weeks, whether it's on the town hall next week or the town square. Again, it's going to be 30 days, right? So they will really need to sell it hard, without hype and FOMO, but with actual substance, right? Here's the stuff you're getting in game. Here's what we're working on. Here's one of the legendary units or legendary cards that we finalize the stats on. I mean, obviously they can't say that, everything's subject to change, but even just giving a little bit would, somebody's gonna FOMO into that and be like, you know what, screw it, I want that, let me go buy more packs. Brandon says, to my point, plan on top 6 being more than 10k purchase, may consider doing a pool to have community help you design a Milo card. Yep. It'll for sure sell out over 30 days. Some heavy hitters still haven't gone in, and there will be more buying for the leaderboard near the end. Yeah, that's why they need to get the top 250 shown easily. Can you explain the battle wagon is? I'm still not sure. Battle wagon, okay. I want to do this the fast way. The battle wagons are going to be essentially devices in which you can stake Rebellion only packs and cards. Now, the airdrop system this time around, unlike Chaos Legion, is not going to be based on how many packs you purchased. It's going to be based on how many packs and cards you are staking on your battle wagons. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong here. I don't remember if each battle wagon can do 100 or 150 packs that it can stake. I know that it has 5 card slots, and that's, independent of whatever the card level is. So it's going to take it's going to take an aggregate of all the amount of collection power that is staked, right? You know what? I think it's 100 packs. Sorry. Okay. It's 100 packs per battle wagon, but the CP for a pack, collection power for the pack, is 150. That's why I'm getting those numbers mixed up. So basically it's going to be like a big drawing, right? So they're going to determine X amount of cards are available for airdrop. And then based on the amount of collection power you have staked on your battle wagons, right? And that's plural because you can buy more than one. You are then able to enter, I guess, that many names into the hat, throw that many names into the raffle for a chance at getting it. And then, it just comes down to RNG at that point. I will see if anyone wants it on my buy. If I go for it, for sure. Nice. All right. So how many battle wagons will people get? 5 cards per wagon, 93 cards in set. People may have 26 to 18 wagons to stake all their cards. Well, okay, you know what's going to be interesting here? So just looking at this right now, it's like 220,000 packs. How many get opened? Because if we want to measure how many are going to get staked on these battle wagons, like okay, I know this is just like a rough number here, but like let's say 100 or 50% of them get opened. All right, well, let's say we hit 150 or 250,000 packs by the end of pre-sale. 125,000 get opened. The other 125,000, right? Was it 125,000 divided by 100? So that's 1,250 times. Yeah, dude, that's like 12,000 vouchers. It's nothing. All right, so battle wagons are going to do nothing, absolutely nothing for vouchers. I mean, it'll be good because it's giving vouchers utility, but yeah, I mean, we'll probably burn tens of thousands of vouchers. But keep in mind, that sounds like a lot, right? Tens of thousands of vouchers will burn for these battle wagons, but we print 40,000 vouchers a day. So even if we print tens of thousands, even if we print hundreds of thousands, we will even if we burn hundreds of thousands of vouchers, we will reprint that within a couple of weeks or days. We need ongoing voucher utility. Make vouchers scarce again. How many battle wagons people get? 5 cards per wagon, 93 cards in set. Yeah. Oh, that's another good way to look at it too. Because I'm sure everybody, gathering the magic. I like the way you're thinking. I'm obviously severely underestimating the amount of vouchers that are going to be burned. I don't know. I'll have to think about it more. There will be an impact. I just don't think it's going to be as big as people are expecting. Plus people DCA in over those 30 days, picking up packs of fresh fiat coming in over time. 16 to 18. 100 packs. 150 CP per pack. Okay, thank you, Woody. Battle Wagon, you can stake max cards, so opening packs and combining is going to be necessary. Well, here's the thing. If you buy cards, it's well within your, like, even if you just have cards for your deck, it is well within your interests to go and actually stake all those cards. You know what? Actually, okay, let's do it this way. This might be better from a math perspective. How many players? Let's say there's 1,000. Oh, you know what? Okay, let's say there's 1,000 players across whatever field of doesn't matter the league that they're in. 1,000 players that each have a full complete deck, all 93 cards. Wait, hold on. I don't think 93 does not include the new airdrops or the 9 airdrops. So let's just say 93 minus 9, so it's 84, 80. We'll just say 82 because maybe they were counting the promos in there too. You know, screw it. Just to make it easy, we'll just say 80, right? So 80 cards in a full collection, and that doesn't matter whether it's bronze all the way up to diamond, because if a card is level 1 or a card is level, max level, it's going to take up a slot. So now you have 1,000 players that are staking their entire collection. So each player would require, so 80 divided by 5, each player would require 16 battle wagons. Multiply that by, what is it? 10 vouchers per battle wagon. Oh my God. Times, what is it? Okay, hold on. Wait. I'm getting a little too excited here because I was totally wrong, guys. I was totally wrong. 80 cards divided by 5 cards per battle wagon. 16 battle wagons for each of these 1,000 players. Multiply that by 10 vouchers. So each of these players would need to spend 160 vouchers. Multiply that once again by 1,000 vouchers, and boom, it's 160,000 vouchers. Which once again, we print that in 4 days. So it's a much larger number than what I was initially anticipating. But let's say you even double that for the amount of packs that are getting staked. Sure, 300,000. That's literally a week's worth of printing of vouchers for a set launch that comes every 2 years. Battle wagon, you can stake max cards, opening, combining. So what does that mean? Why stake? Also, thanks for taking time to answer, Jeff. Yep. All right. So hopefully that answered your question, Harry. Let me know if it's still confusing. Isn't it impossible for this to last 30 days? Isn't there a daily burn at 25K? No, that only starts once the regular sale is there. And it looks like Harry already answered you. So I would be happy with a rare title. I think 25K per day pack burn only starts after general sale. Yep. Okay. So Mav Chat discussed CP per pack already. With 1,000 packs, you get an average of 192 versus 150 from unopened. Well, Brandon, I'm just thinking about this from the simple fact of if you are a player that has a full complete set, even if it's all novice cards, right? Just one of each card, it's still well within your interest to go and buy the battle wagons for that. That's 160 vouchers in order to max out the battle wagons. Maybe slightly more than that. Go for great burning of vouchers, 96. Man, if we can get vouchers back up to 20 cents, that'd be awesome. If we can get vouchers above 20 cents, I'll be even happier. 22K sold, 220K. Our Wibble says, if you stake them in a battle wagon, can you play with the cards in the game? Yes. So this is the important part. Paul answered you as well. You cannot do anything else, right? You can't delegate them. You can't rent them. You can't list them on the market for sale, but you can play with them. So everybody with just their collection is incentivized to do this, right? Because it's of no added cost to you outside of the vouchers for the battle wagon, but you enter yourself in for the conflicts. So this is why I get excited about what the secondary market is going to look like on cards, because I think legendaries, which are 500 CP a pop, and any gold foil cards, right? And that could even go down to common gold foil cards. These things are all going to get scooped up off the marketplace because they are the most efficient things that you can put on a battle wagon. Something to think about. Plus vouchers used for gold foil, chance for the promos. Ooh, that's another good one. Okay. All right. I'm feeling pretty good about vouchers. It's still not a lot. But, vouchers being used as like some kind of potions for the promo cards or for the airdrop cards. That could be nice too. I love the fact that Matt considers them free, because that's really the mentality to do it with. Plus, more important than that, I like the fact that he's very much viewing it as this is supposed to get you access to all the coolest stuff in the game, and you only get vouchers if you're staking SPS or if you own node licenses. But God, okay, so one of the video ideas that I've had for a while, I just haven't talked about it here. I might have talked about it here. Is like, I think that they should separate it out. I think vouchers should no longer be given to node licenses, and I also think that SPS should no longer be given. The staking rewards for SPS should no longer be given to staking SPS. I know, it's blasphemous, right? But if you separate them out, then you incentivize people to hold both assets, essentially, right? So you don't devalue both of them. You have people who want to earn more SPS. Sorry, if you want to earn SPS, all you have to do is play the game. All right, there's many ways that you can do it: tournaments, ranked play, and brawls. If you're playing the game and therefore you're staking your SPS, you should be getting vouchers, and that should be the only way in which you are getting access to all the coolest stuff. On the flip side, if you are helping to secure and decentralize the network, then maybe you come in as an investor. You don't care about vouchers. They shouldn't be given to you, because that's only for players of the game or people who want stuff in game. What you're paid though is SPS. Now, you can put that sell pressure on SPS, and I think that the rest of the market can take it, because players will always want that SPS. But what I think is happening right now is you get a bunch of investors who come in, buy the what's that called? They'll buy all these nodes, but they don't really care about the day-to-day gameplay. They don't care about access to promo cards and re-rolling your focus quest and all that. So they just sell their vouchers on the marketplace, and that really adds to all that sell pressure on the vouchers. So it's just something that I've been thinking about, where you kind of separate out, like, Rebellion to me really is the separation of like investors and players, or at least it seems like that from the overall sentiment. But yeah. All right, so Monjoy, yeah, normally I sell gold foils to buy more packs or to get regular foils, but now I'll just stake them into conflicts. See, there you go. That's going to be your best bet. So the gold foil market is going to be so incredibly scarce, in my opinion. I don't know. I could be wrong. Baby steps for vouchers, baby steps. Oh man. Well, now I'm like, oh, well, maybe I'll go scoop up some of those, what's that called? Licenses off the secondary market. License. Oh, somebody went and bought a license. This thing was going for way cheaper earlier. Oh, damn. Look at that. The ask is now 564. Okay. Look at that. Milo Mex heard what happened. Oh, no. This was, I guess, earlier today. But Tiny Pencil Neck definitely heard what happened during, or what they were talking about during the stream, and bought a bunch more. Ran up the price. There are now only 2 available on the secondary market. All right, well, there goes that idea. I guess I'll be happy with what I have. So just to finish my thought on this, the thing that you'll accomplish is that you can then offer more SPS to validators, which I think is going to be important as an incentive for them, right? You take the SPS staking pool and give it to the validators, or you don't, right? Or maybe just the DAO keeps that. And then all of a sudden, like, I mean, I'd be for that too, where now the DAO is just going to collect that SPS because we don't need to pay it out, or we shouldn't be paying it out. And then you stop vouchers being given. So we cut it down to 20,000 a day, which is only 7.3 million per year. That'd be phenomenal. I don't think people would go for it for so many reasons. But if we lived in my, if we lived in my perfect reality, that is how we would do it. And the reason I'm thinking about this is because I wanted them to design this for GLS. There's a GLS video that I posted a while back before they launched their nodes, when I said, where I was like pleading my case publicly, like, please don't give vouchers or GLGT to what's that called? Don't give GLGT to node licenses. They don't need it. And then on top of that, the staking rewards for GLX, the GLX token, only ran for a year. So that was going to run out at some point. So your benefit of staking GLX in the long term for that platform is just GLGT. But then you devalue GLGT by giving some of it to the node licenses. And granted, they didn't do, you know, a 50-50 split. I think it's like 10,000 for staking GLX and like 2,500. So it's like 1/4. But yeah, I don't know. I think my idea is awesome. Just saying. Really want to hear land uses for vouchers, transportation, and paying taxes, I hope. Maybe a claim bonus if you burn vouchers. I really don't want any of that. I mean, as cool as vouchers are, I think land should be burning a ton of DEC, personally. So IC Flow says, interesting, DEC went above peg on ETH chain for a few minutes. Nice. Above peg, I mean. All right, so BB Omega, welcome back. Thanks for restreaming. That was hilarious. That is such an interesting take between staking and nodes. It makes so much sense to separate the tokens. Thank you, Herbs. Okay, so I'm not crazy, right? Like there is a logic to it, and it makes sense when you're separating out like who owns nodes versus who would be staking SPS. Like staking SPS is a requirement to play the game. Investors don't care about that, but they'll care about nodes and decentralizing the network. So I would just stop giving vouchers to staked SPS, give them and have them for SPS nodes. Well, no. So here's the thing, Sky, you need to give something to staked SPS because that only goes for 65 months. We don't think about it right now because it's so far away. But I don't mind vouchers being given out to staked SPS as the indefinite kind of reward for doing that, because SPS will stop at some point, right? But we do need to incentivize SPS for, or we do need to incentivize something long-term for the node licenses, because that is also a short-term thing. But I would rather take the staked SPS pool and either double the node license pool or extend it by 2x, right? By just saying like, hey, after, you know, we'll set aside this staked SPS pool, which is only about 2 years in, two plus years in. And once the node license pool is done in 65 months, well, here's another 3 years that we can add on to it. That would reduce so much SPS sell pressure right now, or sorry, SPS sell pressure, because it'd be one other area in which it's not, you know, coming in, and would reduce voucher sell pressure significantly. First official pack sold on secondary. Nice. Everything that uses vouchers should have a multiplier associated with the voucher price with a min-max value. That might be, I mean, I'm not opposed to that. It's just, that's really complicated for new players. Sold on secondary for 333. Wasn't off of my 25% discount prediction. All right, so that's what I've said. Tie the game, voucher value, market price. Yeah, so if vouchers are below 12 cents, they give 25 cents value in the game. If vouchers price, I mean, again, I'm not opposed to it. I just feel like that's going to be difficult or complicated. I lied. I sold all my DEC. Got a call that the part for my truck was available. I have to drop 4,500 fixing that. I hope there's packs still available in a few weeks. Well, good luck with your truck, man. I think we'll still. I don't think that this is going to sell out quickly. Let's see. Maybe I'll eat my words. Let's refresh it again. All right, we're at like 225K now. I think it's going to be a slow grind. Maybe these first 24 hours when people come in, you know, we'll get another wave when you know, Europe, Asia wake up, or Asia, I guess, wakes up. But like if you really wanted packs, you were here. You know what I mean? Everybody else is just kind of meh about it. So don't get me wrong. I would love to see this thing sell out. I think that'd be fantastic. It gets us that much closer also to the goal of 1.5 to 2 million packs that Matt is kind of targeting for the entire run. If we get 500,000 packs from the get-go, keep that momentum. Yeah. I don't actually care about the amount of vouchers they distribute each day. It just depends on how many vouchers you need for stuff. Now with 5 vouchers per pack, they started dividing the amount by 5. True. Well, and see, this is why I'm looking at it, I'm just like, oh, we're never gonna have like even like $1 voucher again, right? Let alone like a $25 voucher, because we're printing so many and they keep soft pegging it to things. So, you know, they soft pegged it to DECB earlier this year. They soft pegged it to land, unstaking soulbound cards for land. Now they're soft pegging it these are all 20 cents, right? Now, once again, they're soft pegging it to 20 cents for Rebellion. So during the entire life cycle of Rebellion, they're only going to give you 20 cents worth of value. Now, could we get to a point where a bunch of people come into the game and they're willing to pay, $1 per voucher, right? So $5 on top of the 4,000 DEC. Maybe, maybe not. In fact, no, they wouldn't, because you don't have to do that. You could actually just go and pay the 5,000 DEC. So there you have it. Like, people won't overpay for a pack like that, like they did with Chaos Legion. Should have been 10 vouchers per pack. Man, I was pushing for 20. I was pushing for 20 vouchers per pack, because 20 vouchers per pack still values vouchers at 5 cents, which was 2x, more than 2x where they were. They were at 2.3 cents. And I was just like, just make it 20 vouchers per pack just for the pre-sale. But see, this is how you screw people over. If you make the pre-sale too expensive and then it's cheaper later. I would, you know what? And I wouldn't be opposed to like reaching out to Matt, maybe not me, but if somebody wants to run with this idea, reaching out to Matt and like putting some kind of, I don't know, incentive like later on in the sale, like maybe the last, I don't know, 1 million or 2 million packs, like, because we're gonna be burning a bunch, right? But if people want to buy before things burn out, you increase the price. So we adjust the price. We'll have to submit a proposal for it. Actually, we wouldn't need to. The team could do it themselves, but they wouldn't do it themselves because then the community would be pissed. So a proposal would need to be passed by a majority of the community in order to say something like, hey, the last 1 million packs available are going to require 10 vouchers, right? It's not just like you can use vouchers as a discount. The pricing structure actually changes to 4,000 DEC and 10 vouchers. But will there be demand? I don't know. Probably not. Question: buying Rebellion packs on the secondary, do you still qualify for the airdrops? Yes, Liberty Guy. That's a complicated question, because buying the packs on the secondary doesn't mean you automatically qualify. You will have to stake those packs. That's what the airdrop conflict system is about. We'll probably hear more about that in the near future, but it wouldn't start until December at the earliest. But yes, there is no benefit now to buying packs directly off the main store at this point in time versus buying on the secondary market outside of pre-sale bonuses. So just keep that in mind. The pre-sale bonuses you get now, fantastic. But once a general sale starts, there's going to be literally no need. Which kind of like then begs the question: are we going to see the secondary price of packs actually be higher than just going to the store? Well, maybe not higher, but like in line with the store, like undercutting it very slightly, I could see that. If you have the patience and you bought packs now, they're going on the secondary market for like $3.33. I wouldn't be surprised if as soon as the conflicts start dropping, that all dries up and you're able to get $3.99 right for your packs, or whatever is like, slightly below whatever the store is selling it for. I expect the top 6 will buy 12 to 20K. Yeah, maybe. We just bought the team another 3 months. I think it's closer to 1.5, but BB Omega, you're right. I would say that when the pre-sale is over, I think we're good through the midway point of 2024, which is important. Not the pre-sale ones, but the rest you can in the conflict. Oh, you're talking Liberty Guy. Yeah, voucher's optional, so you'd never use it if it wasn't worth it. True. Unless you're like me and Matt and get them for free. Yes. But Mondroid, if the vouchers were going for $1 a piece on the secondary, which again, they wouldn't, you would just sell a voucher. You would just sell a voucher for DEC at that time. You would just sell 4 vouchers for 4,000 DEC and you're good to go. Rebellion is here. Oh man. All right. You know what? I should probably hop off soon so that I can continue working on this Rebellion track for you guys. I don't know if I'm still writing it out, and obviously the team already has something to use for Rebellion, so I highly doubt that they would end up using it or wanting it. But I'll still run it by Nate beforehand to see if he has any interest in the team acquiring the rights to use it. But if not, I'll make it just for you guys, which is exactly what I did with Chaos Legion, and then worked out a new version, or did a new version for them for their site, or not for their site, but for their town hall stuff. You don't count the 250K from the DAO for the set. You're right, BB Omega. Well played. That is an extra month there. So we're good at this point. I'm relatively confident. Again, people have asked me this a bunch. I have zero concerns with Runway. I know everybody's like counting, and I've even made videos counting through it, but like deep in my heart of hearts, I have zero concern. Now, this is not financial advice, guys. All right, this is not financial advice. Don't base your decisions. Split Lens could still go bankrupt in 6 months. I'm literally just telling you that it don't have concerns. It does not keep me up at night because there's enough of a runway there. 6 months. I have a lot of confidence in the market. I have a lot of confidence in the market. I have a lot of confidence in like Bitcoin and the Bitcoin bull run. Actually, let me change that. I don't have a lot of confidence in the market. I have a lot of confidence in the potential Bitcoin and crypto markets. I have a lot of confidence in what Matt is trying to do with Rebellion to make those packs relatively scarce. I think that could drive value, and I think it's very doable for us to get between 1.5 to 2 million packs over the course of a year to give them that full year runway. And then on top of that, Matt's going to go out and look for funding. And I think buying him some extra time will take the pressure off and hopefully put him in a position where he doesn't have to take the first thing that comes available, and he can really negotiate something that's good for the company long term. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to say. We're golden past the Bitcoin halving now. And not that the Bitcoin halving is like a guarantee of anything, but by the end of summer 2024, I think we're going to be in a very exciting and interesting place. Like if you think now is exciting and interesting, a couple of months after the halving, if I go back to summer of 2020 or fall of 2020, I mean, the momentum of Bitcoin started building already. We hit that new all-time high in December. So, I'm excited for what the next 12 to 14 months can bring. Obviously, 2025 is beyond that, and I think 2025 could be crazy. But I don't know. That's just my that's just my thought. Rebellion sounds aggressive. Don't make it a pop song. No, I don't think I'd make it a pop song. Time well appreciated. Well, thank you guys for being here and hanging with me. The DAO has 5+ million and we have runway. Yeah, I'm not, again, like I said, this is not financial advice. I'm not worried about it. Like I don't have the same kind of concerns anymore. If the team even needed to lean themselves out further, I think they could figure out a way to do it. Obviously that would not be great for the people who are still there. But, in terms of like getting us to the next kind of market cycle bull run, being in a better place, I think we'll be fine. And here's the important part that is making me consider like my decisions and all this. It's just, if the team is effective with the Rebellion in terms of preserving card values, I know everybody's burned on Chaos Legion, but if they can be effective with the Rebellion, and I think Matt has answered all the questions, he said all the right things, he's done all the right things so far in terms of how he's designed Rebellion. I think preserving card values for Rebellion is going to be probably one of the biggest selling points to bring confidence back into the game and into the market. It's going to make people like myself, Darkest Night, Walking Keys, all the people here who haven't bought packs yet feel much more confident about it, right? All the CL Chaos Legion graduates, class of Chaos Legion that felt burned will feel a little more confident in the future. And again, for me, it's not even like I'm still planning on buying cards, right? So it's not even like an issue for me of like, oh, I'm going to buy packs versus not buy packs. I'm sitting this out because I want to see deliveries first, right? I want to see land come through. I want to make sure that they can actually put all, their ducks in order and everything's going to be fine. Also, I have a deck now compared to before Chaos Legion came out. So I'm willing to play at a disadvantage just to see how things are and then snipe the cards off the marketplace. But here's the exciting thing. If there's no cards to snipe off the marketplace because the value preservation is so good, well, then all of a sudden I and everybody who has the same mindset as me is going to feel the confidence then be like, screw it. Let me go buy some packs, right? Let me go buy some packs off the marketplace or off the secondary marketplace. Doesn't really matter. Let me open them up, see what I get. Hopefully I'll find the cards that I need. And I think if you do that on a large enough scale, with enough of the player base, and I do think that there is enough of the player base that will think like that, I think we'll be fine. I think 1.5 to 2 million packs is very doable at this point. But we'll have to wait and see what goodies Rebellion will bring. We'll have to wait and see the stats, abilities, all the cards there, how much of a power creep there is versus Chaos Legion. But that's all for another day at this point. Today's been a good day for the Splinter lands, but yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna hop off now. Good stuff. I guess I'll be back on in less than 24 hours for my usual Thursday stream. So we'll have maybe more to talk about then. So I will catch you guys then. Congrats to everybody who was able to get in on the pre-sale today. Not that it was difficult. Obviously, it's still going. Let me refresh this one more time and see where we're at. In fact, let me go to the other one. All right, we're not even at 225 yet. But yeah, I hope everybody who bought packs today is rewarded well with your promo cards, your airdrops, and all that. We thank you for your sacrifice, and let's hope that we can continue driving all of the asset values up. Make vouchers scarce again. What is that, Massa? Yeah, make vouchers scarce again. That'll be my new hashtag. All right, guys, have an amazing rest of your day. Peace.